All right, now it's the holiday season, and a lot of y'all are probably planning on spending a significant amount of time around somebody that might need to shave and refuses to. So how about some encouragement? Because today's episode comes to you from Bevel, the first and only shaving system that's end-to-end and designed for a consistently smooth, irritation-free shave. And the Bevel trimmer is a GQ award winner. Irritation-free is like the highlight for me because it sincerely is one of the first shaving kits I used that didn't have me looking like a bunch of crunch. Okay, all kinds of Reese's Pieces. I didn't have to deal with that. They're about all kinds of the best ingredients that you need for some, of our skin and hair and things to make sure that we're situated. So get your Bevel trimmer, shave system, or Bevel skin today at Target.com and in store, as well as Amazon and getbevel.com. And for a limited time, take 15% off your next shipment with Bevel. Head to getbevel.com/theread. The promo will be automatically applied at checkout, and this offer does exclude the trimmer. So that's getbevel.com/theread. Getbevel.com/thead. Go and get something and get all shaved and pretty. Let's move on.
Hey y'all, this week's episode is also brought to you by Squarespace, where you can turn your great idea into a reality. That's because Squarespace makes it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're showcasing your work or selling products or services of any kind. With beautiful templates and the ability to customize just about anything, you can easily make a beautiful website yourself. But if you get stuck, Squarespace has 24/7 award-winning customer support right there to help. Like I said, I threw my personal website together in about 20 minutes because Squarespace is just that easy to use. Head to squarespace.com/read for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ, that's READ, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Build something great with Squarespace and let them know the Read sent you. All right, let's start the show.
Did you ever dream that it could be so right? I never thought that I would find all that I need in life. All I want, all I need. Now I know I found it in you.
I found it in you.
'Cause you are my love.
Do you ever dream?
Don't you ever dream?
Candy coated raindrops.
Oh,
my candy rain. I had such a crush on them niggas.
Welcome back to another episode of The Read. I'm David Allen Greer.
And I'm Erica Alexander. And yep, we're back.
We're back. Nice little break. Hope you girls are full and had nice meals and good company and didn't have to slap anybody.
Hopefully.
And now we're back.
Yep.
With your regularly scheduled programming.
I spent the whole week watching Living Single on Hulu. No regrets. It's so great.
Came back from my birthday trip and pretty much stayed in bed, mostly because my stomach was in knots, but also because I deserved to. And I binged Vanderpump Rules, which I regret.
That show is something else.
I only did it because we were in LA for Complex Con and we went to Bossa Nova. It's literally right across the street from Pump. And I haven't watched Vanderpump Rules probably since like season 2, maybe 3. Like they had a black girl on there at some point.
Wow.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
But I just watched the last season that ended, maybe season 7 or something, throughout this week. Because when we was in front of Pump, I was like, I wonder what Lisa got the girls doing. And
is it still some bullshit?
It is the worst. They are just awful. I almost came in here to read them today, but I'm not going because there's more important things to do.
Right.
But God, do those white people suck. Oh, my word. And I was like, you know what? The only one that's really seems to be like redeemable and sweet and don't get on my damn nerves is Brittany, which is this, I don't even remember where exactly from, but she's country. She's from the South or somewhere.
Gotcha.
And she's this sweet Southern belle that was like dating the worst possible motherfucker you could ever think of on television.
Okay.
And seemed to be like the beauty to his beast. And I feel like now they're corrupting her because she's acting like the worst too.
Damn.
Like everybody on this show is awful.
I don't watch it, so
And you shouldn't.
Had no clue. Okay.
Lisa Vanderpump inside of that new bar that they got, Tom, that she got for the two white Toms. There's Tom Sandoval, who is decent, and Tom Schwartz, who I believe has the ability to be a serial killer.
Okay.
Like Tom Schwartz, I could see being somebody. This is for the white listeners because I know some of you.
I'm so lost.
I fully believe that Tom Schwartz is the type of motherfucker that might like accidentally kill somebody and then bury their body and then have to kill like 8 more people to cover it up. Anyway, so I saw a clip where Lisa was in Tom, and you know she treats them dogs like fully human beings,
yes,
like
those
actual
are her children.
infants.
Right.
Why did Mama have the little dog up on the bar inside of the bar?
Oh no, man.
Mrs. of all of the places to put this dog.
Oh, no, girl.
You could have had him in your lap. You could have put him in the chair. You could have put him on the ground.
Isn't that illegal? Isn't that
surely not.
Against the food code or something?
And we actually went to Pump for my birthday because of course. And didn't even see that coming, but didn't mind it. It was nice. But when we were in there, it was like brunch hour. Countless people in there with their dogs. Let me tell you where I don't take Link.
What?
A smooth diva.
Restaurant?
Let me tell you where Link has never been. To a human brunch.
That's so LA.
What the
Taking
fuck is
your dog to
for?
a meal. Why? I don't get it. But I mean, it can't be that much dirtier than people who don't wash their legs going out in public. So
I don't do that either.
Good grief.
Welcome back. So let's start with some Black excellence. This week I'm doing a thing a little bit different. Roses in a sense, and I'll tell you why. So I wanted to make Black excellence this week. Deborah Wilson, comedian, actress, bad bitch. Mm-hmm. Many of you in our age range may know her from Mad TV.
Yep.
She's been on everything you can possibly think of. She was in Babs. She was on a couple episodes of The Proud Family. She's done it all. Star Trek, everything that you could possibly think of. I think she was on the Boondocks. Mama is on IMDb. Okay,
right, right, of course.
She's out here. IMDb. I don't know what the fuck I said the first time. She is excellent at impressions. Yes,
she is.
We know her for doing impressions of Beyonce, many impressions of Oprah, Mariah Carey, I believe, Whitney Houston. To this day, Deborah Wilson is one of those people that has given stuff to comedy that random, like when a joke from when you were maybe 10 that still tickles you just pops into your head, or you just randomly say it at whatever given time. Yeah. She has so many of those. But the skit that they did on Mad TV, Whitney, We Love You. But when she was like playing Whitney, where it was like Whitney singing the hits or Whitney singing the classics or something. I go back and watch that sketch all of the time, where she's basically singing other people's songs in that like old,
gotcha, like
infomercial style with the song title scrolling down the screen. And she was just like not having it. Deborah Wilson is fucking iconic. But the reason I bring her up is because I was playing this video game called Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. And basically it's a new single player Star Wars game that's more focused on a story that's actually based in the Star Wars canon or whatnot. Deborah Wilson is in the video game. Her face, likeness, voice, everything.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it just because it's a fun game to play. But I was just taken aback by how badass her role was, how much room she was given to like really act. And games today a lot of them are just like playing movies and stuff like that. But Mama is like, she plays an ex-Jedi, so she's incredibly powerful. I want to talk about something that she does towards the end, but if you haven't played it or if you're interested in playing it, which I think you might want to if you're a gamer or like Star Wars or whatever, she just has so many great moments in this game where she's also sort of taking this little white Padawan, which is like a baby Jedi, under her wing and helping him not die and like save the galaxy in a sense. And I'm just really looking forward to her possibly, because that's not even the first game I've played with Deborah Wilson in. I think she was in Wolfenstein and maybe a couple of other things, but I just really, really enjoyed her role, her talent in this. And I just think that her being able to so excellently display how gifted she is in a video game as well as television and film, probably stage and all these other things. I just wanted to take this moment to be like, hey, Deborah Wilson, you're fucking iconic. You're a badass. You've made me laugh and smile and get teary-eyed and things like that for as long as I can remember. And you're sickening and awesome and black and excellent. So that's my black excellence this week. I finished Jedi, the Star Wars game, last week when we were on break. And by the time we were done, I was just blown away by how dope Deborah Wilson is. Again. So that is my black excellence this week.
Amen.
If you haven't played that game and you're interested, go ahead and do it. Sidebar, I don't know why it doesn't have a fast travel option. Like, Respawn, girl, what? Like, sis, what? 1 point off for that. But other than that, great game. Deborah Wilson is an icon. Black excellence. Shout out to her. Now,
beautiful.
Pop culture mess. Is it meant? Let me count the mess. This isn't bad. This is just unfortunate. Oh, that's mess.
Fuck.
Oh, that's a more mess. This has a possibility.
It's usually more mess than not.
And mess. This literally has a gift that says it's a mess.
Wow.
So,
cannot wait.
All right. This week in Hot Tops, Confessions of a Teenage Butch Queen. We're starting with congratulations to young Amika Harris and her boyfriend Christopher Brown, as they have reportedly welcomed a newborn boy into the world. Lots of rumors were going on this year about how Chris Brown got some other girl pregnant, who I believe was his ex-girlfriend at some point this year, and I think now they're back together.
Is that the same girl?
Yeah, remember the girl that we were talking about her once, and you went on
her Instagram bio was like Blasian or something, and I
you're
was
like,
oh no,
I would not be friends.
I would not. And it still is Blasian with Cherokee blood. No, ma'am. Delete.
That gives me like a lot of the rappers that are addicted to quote unquote exotic women.
Yes, exactly.
It gives me like,
that.
so you don't come in my DM asking, here it is. This is what your girls
Yes,
care
I
about.
am mixed.
I am Blasian and 3/4 Tiger Woods and a little taste of Cherokee with some Chickasaw. Whatever.
Yeah, okay, girl.
But yes, they welcomed a baby boy apparently on November 20th. So almost a Sag, but you know, it's fine. Scorpios are nice too, as I suppose. I don't even know why I'm doing the zodiac thing, because anybody who knows me knows I don't give a fuck about it. I don't know anything about my sign besides the fact that I guess we're crazy.
Oh no, you know
every
what?
time I say something crazy or do something crazy or act like me, people are like, "Oh, big Sag energy." I don't know what the fuck that means.
Well, yes, you definitely do. But you should look at your birth certificate and then do your full chart, because it's more than just your
done that
sun sign.
once and read like half of it and was like, oh yeah, this is mostly pretty spot on. And then I probably got bored and like
download Pattern and
else.
CoStar, and they will wreck your life.
Oh girl, here we go.
Yes.
All right. Well,
But anyway,
2019. Chris Brown posted a photo with some motorcycle gloves on. This nigga looked like he about to be on ridiculousness or something. I don't know. He's about to ride the motorbike. But what fans caught was his brown jacket that sports on one side the words Roro and AEKO, which at first I wasn't sure if that was more Black Asian. Like I didn't wasn't for it was like Jennifer Janae Aiko.
oh yeah.
Apparently it's pronounced Echo.
Oh, Janae Echo?
No,
Really?
apparently the baby's name is
The baby's
Echo.
name is Echo.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, really?
But spelled like AEKO. I like
Let me
that
find
name.
Chris Brown's Instagram.
So congratulations, guys.
Oh
Hope-
yeah, that is a cute name.
It is cute.
I like that.
This
This girl did not post one pregnant picture, and I do
wouldn't
not
either,
blame her.
right?
I mean, her whole Instagram is just pictures of her, and I mean, not a baby bump or nothing. I have to stand, actually.
Someone, an insider, told Hollywood Life, Chris is very proud and can't wait to share more with the world, but he has to hold back because Amika doesn't want everything out there. She's not used to being famous and she's very sensitive. So until she's ready for all the details to be out, Chris is going to hold back out of respect for her wishes. So it sounds like he's ready to be like, I don't got a boy it's time now. And mama's like,
I don't think so.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't want nobody talking about nothing. Can I enjoy the baby? Can I breastfeed the nigga for a second, please?
Yes.
And I'm not mad at that.
It makes sense, young Cherokee blood.
It's not like you about to put this. I mean, obviously, plenty of people will have beautiful and positive things to say, and other people will have horrible things to say.
Right. People will say the absolute worst shit about you and your baby. I don't blame that girl for keeping her child off the internet at all. Absolutely not. Mind your goddamn business.
Nigga, do we know what Lauren London baby looked like? Remember when Lauren London had a baby with Lil Wayne, and that nigga probably in college. I still don't know what he looked like.
I have seen like maybe 2 or 3
I'm sure by
pictures of
now
him from her
pictures
Instagram
have come out.
Yeah, like I think around Nipsey's funeral, a bunch of stuff started coming out. But she mostly keeps them kids. Like she tells them, yo, you know your little ass is not supposed to be getting in the camera.
No.
So please move. Yeah, she don't. And I don't. You know who really don't show their kids? Kerry Washington. People forget that she has 2 whole ass children on Scandal. Yes,
that was covering her belly and all kinds of
big old purses and shit.
Work, Carrie. Mama, I forgot you had kids. Bitch, you better go be. That is what I'm talking about.
You never see her children.
Kids.
Ever. I
don't know what you're talking about.
Not happen.
Mind your business. That's right. Into it.
I can't blame her.
But one thing we do know about Chris is that he stands the one child we are familiar with. So I'm sure this one will have nothing but love,
young royalty.
Sports cars and things of that nature. And I was thinking about coming in here and doing like a baby voice impression like I did with Adonis. But in my mind, Echo's voice is kind of like a Tone Loc, like a Bebe's Kids, like a very...
He's very LA.
A deep LA, like Mark S. Buster,
right.
Like all of this. And I'm not there yet with my impressions. But shout out to Echo. Maybe Adonis and Echo will be best friends.
You never know.
Both of them could have had Rihanna as their mama. But
Lauren's whole Instagram is still Nipsey. God bless that girl. She is more than hard.
I would.
Grief is a bitch.
That's not thing that, it's like that's something you're going to carry around with you for literally
And to lose a nigga like that, like in that manner.
That's
it's
never.
Too much.
It's one of those things that like, and I'm kind of glad my mother said this to me when I was really young about grieving or losing someone. It's not a thing that you get over. You learn to live with it.
Yeah. You just adjust to the hurt in your life.
Adjust to the hurt and sort of find its place in your life because you can't get over it.
Right.
And the like intent or expectation that you are going to get past it or get over it, I feel like only extends the pain.
People want to get back to normal and it's like, let's just get past the all day, every day in constant pain. You know? But pain is trauma and it will change you. And that's okay.
And there ain't no switch for that shit either. Like that's a time thing.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Like when my grandmother passed away, I just cried every day for literal months.
Legit.
I just came home from work and just laid down on the floor and cried.
I think I just recently got to a place where I don't randomly burst out in tears thinking about my grandmother sometimes. And even still, sometimes I do get a little choked up. But it used to be, if I just thought of her name, I would break down. And we're talking about my grandmother, who was like, I think 81 or something years old, who had cancer, but she lived a full life.
Right.
Nipsey Hussle was a young man. That was taken
with
from
young children.
His family for no reason.
Right.
So yeah, girl, I can't even. But
bless Lauren London.
So I want to talk about how I feel like y'all did Ari Lennox dirty.
Oh, they definitely did.
And not by her losing this award, but y'all. Okay, so the Soul Train Awards took place a couple of weekends ago on BET. Ari Lennox was there. A lot of the R&B singing-ass girls were there. And, Soul Train Classic Award Show and things like that. Ari Lennox was nominated for 3 awards. Best R&B Soul Female Artist, Best Collaboration Performance, and Album/Mixtape of the Year for Shea Butter Baby, which is legitimately one of my favorite albums of the year. And so she didn't win anything.
Her performance was great too.
Ari's great. Like she's just
genuinely
talented, but also fun. And she just has like a dope person. I don't feel like she's trying too hard. And I'm not even like a deep stan, like whatever her stans are called. I don't, you know what I mean? I just like her music. You know what I mean?
She's good.
But even with the fraction of stuff that I do know, just as a regular fan, I'm quite aware of how passionate she is about the genre of soul.
Right.
And how passionate she is and has been about it being in her album or being a part of her album with no gimmicks and just like real singing ass shit. She got a song on there that's just about having a new ass apartment in space. I love a lot of the little, I guess you could call them skits. Like sometimes a song would end and she'll be talking about some random shit. And there's one where she's talking about some nigga like from middle school or high school or something that asked her if she had a crush on her or if she had a crush on him or whatever. And she was like, yeah, when I was 7, nigga, relax.
Like,
she's
get
just
over it.
Fun.
She's fun and she's funny.
Right. So she went on Twitter after the awards and said, this isn't the first tweet. She said, Shea Butter Baby will always be special. I made a soul album for Black people. I made my album for Black people. I just don't understand at all, but cool. I want this shit way more than it wants me. I'm learning I have to stop caring. Soul album, yeah, I'm hurt. I'm not built for these things, LMAO. So at that point, a lot of y'all decided to criticize her for being open about
having hurt
feelings for losing an award.
Which is a very natural response. We just don't let celebrities talk about the things that suck for them. We don't allow them to do that.
I love that it was brought up that when athletes lose a game or the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, whatever, it's not uncommon for us to see 1 or 2 or 3 of them kick over a Gatorade bucket or throw their helmet down or scream and yell and things like that. Why do we let that stuff go? Because we understand that they're passionate about the game. I don't even fucking care about sports. I know that these niggas bleed, they sweat, they shed tears, they have to spend time away from their families, they have to have a certain diet and exercise regimen that they stick like every fucking day, all day. So it's not just a game. It's not just a job. It's what they're passionate about. It means everything to them. So of course, if they lose and they feel like they shouldn't, they get upset about that. Now, there are some people who are terrible losers. There are people who are sore losers.
Yes.
We've seen
Kanye West.
There are people who lose awards and stuff like that who are terrible about it. I didn't feel like anything that she didn't put no other nominees or winners, losers on blast. She didn't shade nobody.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything besides the fact that I feel like my album should have won and I'm hurt that it didn't.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with that?
Y'all made it about Lizzo, but I think she could have lost to anybody and felt the exact same way. Like she was proud of that album and she felt like the Soul Train Awards of all the award shows would be the ones to recognize that. So I get that disappointment. I really do. It makes sense. Like y'all I don't understand why y'all didn't want to let that girl be honest about the way she felt. But then when celebrities turn around and get committed to mental institutions or hurt themselves or whatever, it's like, this is why mental health is so important and you need to check in with people.
Y'all be making jokes about that shit too.
It's like, y'all don't actually care about this. No. Like, I just don't have an issue with the girl venting about her feelings being hurt.
She said it's not just an award. It wasn't any award show. It was Soul Train Awards. As you can see, I'm a big fan of soul music and huge fan of Soul Train's history. Reminder, many of you niggas are only here because of Soul Train. So,
well, oops.
Some of your mamas and daddies and aunties and uncles met each other either through the Soul Train culture or actually on Soul Train
itself.
So,
that's right.
Of course, like
conceived right there.
My intent was never to shade other nominees. I'm hurt, and I don't expect soulless haters to understand that. Well, right the
like
fuck
I
on.
said.
And she wasn't done there, but I'm gonna leave it at that because that's really what it is. Like, I mean, she did make a joke about quitting and joining the army, and I think on
that was
Instagram
funny.
She posted like a picture of her head on like some.
She posted it on Twitter too. Like, girl, if you don't stop.
Like, girl, let that girl be in her feelings about not winning this award. It wasn't like a lot of y'all other faves who be out here yelling at Baby Stormy. And even that, like, wild and ridiculous as it is, bitch, you're passionate. You've been rapping for fucking a decade and you feel like you should be getting this and that and third or whatever and whatever the fuck. So I don't understand. I don't get it. Ari let it exist. Album was great. It's going to be a classic regardless of who wants to acknowledge it or what awards you win and don't win. And then also you can take into consideration how many fucking iconic musicians, just black ones, right, alone, have never won a Soul Train Award, a Grammy, a Source Award, an Ozone Award, nothing.
All kind of shit. I mean, it's not just about who had the best album. If that was it, And I mean, and even that is to be debated. But there are so many other factors that go into these awards. And I feel like a lot of people reached out to Ari like, girl, do you know how many people were never recognized the way they really should have been?
Right.
You know, but I think it's right on the heels of the Summer Walker situation where it seems like every other day is something new to say about Summer Walker. And then Ari was like, fuck it, I'm getting out the industry because I care too much and all this. So I think people were just kind of continuing on that whole, damn, how come these new girls can't handle, rejection or disappointment or whatever? But it's just human to be sad that you lost an award. Like, y'all acting like you were never sad because you lost a game or a contest or anything else. It happens.
Spelling bee still hurts.
Right. It's not like she was being hateful to any of the other nominees. Y'all made it about being hateful towards other people who were nominated or the people who won. So I wish her the best, Ari. I hope, once you get out of them hurt feelings, you get back into the studio and keep doing your thing because, like you said, the people you made the music for really love it and will always love and support you for the shit you do.
Right.
Always.
Including many people at Soul Train, honestly, who may have been vying for you because it's not two people who be sitting in these things like you and you and you and you and you.
Right.
But past that, like, I wish that Ari Lennox is new. You know what I mean? Summer Walker is new. Now, that Toronto shit was foul. Especially her response to it. Like, I don't know about the Drake shit.
She said she was not gallivanting with Drake. He came backstage and they took a picture and then she was gone. Right.
But the thing that was like, what? To me was when she was like, well, I don't know what time I go on stage. I just go on stage when they bring me out of the dressing room or whatever. I'm like, well, okay, sis, you should at least know what time you're supposed to go on stage. You should know what time
your show starts.
So if you're running late, you can light a fire under somebody's ass. Because regardless of why you're taking long, they're going to come for you, sis.
Right.
But again, I'm willing to give a Summer Walker the room because she's new.
Right.
And you're a black woman, so I'm not going to roast your ass.
Fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving you a lot of grace here because, and this is a fucked up industry to be in. It's hard to be famous. It's hard to be in the music industry. It's hard to deal with fans when you've always, just been a regular ass person, whatever. It's not like you were born famous. So it's a lot of adjusting to do here. So I was giving her a lot.
Not to mention a lot of people,
baby, 3 hours.
Only be in your face when, like, a lot of people come in your face with the kind of energy that they're only in your face because of you being who you are or where you're at the moment.
Right.
And a lot of people that are aware of like people and just sort of certain cues and stuff, you can see that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to just call everybody out on it all of the time, but there's just a lot of energy that surrounds being in a position like that. And I'm willing to give new people, especially newer black people in the industry, grace, as long as I feel like you're not out here completely wilded and being fucking disrespectful. Yeah, being late 3-4 hours or however long to a show is insane.
It is.
Drake or no Drake or whatever. And had I been in Toronto or been one of them, it's freezing. Like, of course,
no, girl.
That's gonna affect me. But that's the nigga who wasn't in line. Like, hopefully you learn from this, and and people can give you the space to move forward. But we be so quick to just shit on everybody, especially new people, and then motherfuckers who've been in the game for a decade and have all of your money and then tell you to suck their dick while they're spending it. Y'all give them all of the room to be a fucking mess rather than like
or men
tighten up.
Men get a lot more grace than women do, but
all of them. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Ari Lennox, girl, keep your head up. Album's great.
Stay out of the military, sis. She's not going to no damn military.
That alone was like, are you guys not reading the room? Like, mama is just getting her feelings out and having Omarion's back on tour for the 2020. The Millennium Tour 2020, it's called. You girls may know the Millennium Tour for being that tour that B2K decided to revive their group on. Well, it's coming back around. Sans 3 members of B2K.
This is just delicious.
So Omarion announced the Millennium Tour 2020, which is also apparently being called Face Off. Rather than going on tour with B2K, he's headlining with Bow Wow.
Isn't that their album?
They shared a joint album in 2007 called Face Off.
Okay, go me.
And it looks like, right, look at you.
I did not, right, because you know I didn't listen to it.
That's right,
because
bitch.
you know I didn't listen to it. Right.
For what?
2-0 for that.
And as we can see here on the flyer, it seems like most of the other acts are still the same. We've got Ying Yang Twins, we've got Lloyd, we've got Sammy, we've got the niggas from Pretty Ricky, as well as Soulja Boy. It seems though it's, although it's being promoted by the same niggas that did the last tour. Pre-sale tickets go up on Thursday, December 5th at 10 a.m. if you're interested in going. Like I said, for the last Millennium Tour, if them niggas got any sort of a ticket insurance, I would sign up.
Absolutely.
Because this nigga was Omarion was probably better off touring with them other three niggas again before Bow Wow.
You think?
Have you seen Growing Up Hip Hop?
I have suffered through some of Growing Up Hip Hop. When I watched Young Dirty Bastard and
oh, he ain't even on that one, but yes, you're in the money.
Oh, is that not the same show?
No, yeah, that's the New York one.
Oh, okay.
And I think Bow Wow was in Atlanta. Yes, because the brand.
But yeah, when I saw him go on a fake date with
Flavor Flav's
daughter while his baby mama was at home blowing his phone up, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That show is crazy.
It's
and they're probably gonna tape it for this tour or whatever as well, which starts in...
Niggas really don't want to get jobs. They really don't want to get jobs.
I don't know when the
I'll
first
never
date is.
understand it. I would rather get a job than do that kind of reality TV. But anyway.
I mean, a lot of these niggas be like, oh, I'm going to do this as a way to promote blah, blah, blah. Like when Omarion went on DJ Vlad's thing, Vlad TV, he said that he joined Love and Hip Hop because his label wasn't promoting Post to Be. And so he joined it.
Oh, and then it was
actually
huge,
did
right?
become a hit record.
It
so
did.
I guess he got what he wanted. But you also joined Love and Hip Hop.
Right. And so at what cost?
I mean, it's fine, I suppose, because he seems to be very excited about the tour. He says, we're so excited to announce the tour, cover rock with all the niggas he tagged. The tour cities are going to be announced on Monday, December 7th. Oh, that's the day. Gave you some a promo code and all. The girls are hyper active. They can't wait. This nigga Omarion is on this flyer with this motherfucking genie ass braid. This goddamn never had a friend like me ass
all
braid.
Right.
I am like, what is this, Omari? But anyway, congratulations. The tour was apparently announced on Little Fizz's birthday.
It was.
Which is the day after mine. And
incredible.
That's what he got to wake up to. April Jones and less money. Or an opportunity lost.
And what's his name was on Instagram and he was highly pissed.
J Boog posted
him.
an Instagram in a kickboxing class talking about some woke up feeling like this. But he also posted the flyer for the tour and said in the caption, congrats to my guys, get to the bag. I'll be at the LA show. It's your time. We want to see the show. Happy for you. Da, 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 da. All that other stuff. So
I'm talking about when he went on live and was mad at Lil Fizz.
What?
He went on live and he was like, yeah, man, Fizz fucking the shit up or something like that. He was like, it's not all his fault.
Ma'am.
It's like 99% his fault. Yes. And me and the other 58 people in the live was cracking up.
So is the 1% April's? Like what?
Probably. He made it clear though that this was Fizz's goddamn fault. That they was missing out on some fucking checks.
Damn, why are you piping this nigga's fucking girlfriend?
It's just ridiculous. And then doing the most on the internet and probably that TV show too, just to piss him off.
She did far more than he did.
That's true.
And I mean, I
don't know what her issue is.
I understand that she was trying to piss this nigga off. And so that was probably your mission, patting your person, talking about whose dick is better and all of that stuff.
Look at what you've done.
That nigga going right back on tour. So I guess the checks are still coming in for Megs and
Whomst?
And Megs and Mo's. I don't know, but whatever the other one. Omega and Mega and Marion? I don't know what the other one's
Omarion was always the more successful one. He has them solo albums to fall back on as far as material and stuff is concerned. So it was always the rest of them that needed him.
Material,
not the other way around. So I just don't understand why Fizz would even allow something to come between, you know, the fucking biggest way he makes money.
I talked about this on the show. He's just shown that he doesn't make great decisions in terms of choosing where to put his dick. But, you know.
Fucking his baby mama's white girl. No, not the white
His
girl.
baby mama's white stud
Best friend.
ex-friend.
Yes. Like, what? Of all the pussy in the world, I have to believe.
And they be treating Moniece like she's out of her goddamn mind, which she is a taste.
Right.
But at the same time, nigga, she dealing with this light-skinned nigga that she got a baby with that she has to be connected with regardless, that has no motherfucker respect for her. And I don't know whether or not she still got feelings, but I do understand why she be so frustrated with this motherfucker all of the time.
Me too.
Tell me what the fuck going on. I got a baby with this motherfucker. You taking this, we're taking our child on trips across the country with this girl that you pretending is not your motherfucking girlfriend, that he knows is your girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to treat anybody in this motherfucking situation. Right. So my son is looking at me like, well, I want to go on this trip, da-da-da-da-da. And you won't tell me motherfucking shit, but you'll tell Mona and the rest of them motherfuckers.
But see, when we first saw them, Fizz was the one who had custody and all that because Moniece was the one who was like not in a space to be a mother or whatever.
But see, I'm not even talking about all of...
I know, I'm just saying, I think that's why Fizz was like, well, I can do whatever I want to because I was the only one taking care of this child when you was off doing whatever the fuck you was doing.
We don't know that whole story because she has a whole other side to it.
We never will.
And I feel like the only person who knows the truth in that situation is Moniece's mama. Because from what I've heard, Moniece's mama is the one who was taking care of that child for a good amount of time. And so that
did he come pick up the baby for the TV cameras? Because that would be a mess.
I don't think that. But I know, like, from what I have heard from several different parties, and I'm not talking about personally, I'm talking about shit that y'all have access to, like, for the rest of everybody. It's not as simple as, oh, well, I was not in a great place, so Fizz took care of the baby, and so that's why he resents me. That's not what it is. But regardless of that shit, I can understand, like, nigga, what are these choices?
Yeah.
What are these choices?
Right, because regardless, you're not just gonna take my baby and go off on trips and I don't know nothing about it. Like, I'm gonna have an issue with that.
It's like, at the very least, let me know what time it is so I can be on the same page as everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's how I took it anyway.
Yeah, I don't watch the show no more, but I wouldn't be surprised if she took him to court to get like an official custody set up and all that.
No, she better not do that.
Because you're not gonna take my... Because Moniece do be wildin'. That's the thing. She do be wildin'.
You don't... Nah, it's okay, girl. Take that shit to the Yanla.
Oh my God! Now that would be a damn good episode of Fix My Life.
Oh, fantastic television.
Moniece has got to go on Fix My Life.
I mean, if you want real help,
please.
Maybe not.
Moniece and Fizz and April all should go.
April, don't you ever take your motherfucking ass on Iyanla.
Oh, you know she will. If she felt like it would piss off Omarion, I think she would do it.
That lady is gonna embarrass you, so don't do it.
That's right.
So, speaking of, I don't have anything to tie this. There's something there, but I'm not going to waste time thinking about it.
All right.
Justin Timberlake got into a taste of hot water the end of last month. He's apparently filming a movie called Palmer, I think, in Louisiana. So, he's shooting the movie with this beautiful woman named Alicia Wainwright, who apparently is also the light-skinned girl who is in the Netflix version of that show Raising Dion. Remember how I said that Raising Dion went to Netflix and
you were mad that they did that? Girl? Yeah.
So they're shooting this movie together, her and Justin Timberlake, and apparently they were photographed and video recorded at a bar in New Orleans, I think, called Absinthe House, and they're out sitting on one of these balconies and they look a taste too comfortable. Justin Timberlake has been married to Jessica Biel for like 12 years.
Has it been that long? Wow.
I think they've been together for like 10 or 12 years. A very long time. The point of the what I'm trying to say here is that everybody knows that Justin Timberlake is a married man.
Yes.
So there are photographs of them holding hands together under this table. At one point, she has her hand on the knee of his distressed jeans. And they just look a taste too comfortable. So this got him into some Us Weekly-esque Twitter drama.
Yeah, exactly.
And there you go. Now, I've always believed Justin to have a thing for, an unseen brown queen.
I believe he has said that very same thing. I believe he said it on 106 in Park a long time ago.
Did he ever say it out loud?
I think he did. Again, on 106, probably looking at Free and that ass. He was like, I got to get it off my chest. I love the hot chocolate.
Yeah, Justin always gave me just don't bring him home. And so...
he definitely played it up with that curly hair and the braids. He definitely,
Mama,
He
that
did.
little fro and
Yes.
them braids.
He
with
wanted
that
y'all to think he
Joel
was mixed.
Santana
Yes.
bandana strapped around it. That nigga thought he was Dipset.
he did. Bless his
So
heart.
there's even video of this moment and stuff like that, which I looked at. Justin is lit. Like, if you look at the clip, it's called Absinthe House. Like, if they
So,
really
yeah, I'm
in there
fucked up.
serving what's in the name of that. I've never had absinthe myself. They say it used to make the bitches see fairies and nymphs and unicorn eyes and all kinds of shit like that. So, Lord only knows. But from what I saw, that nigga looked locked in that footage.
Right.
Some other girl came over to him at one point and was talking to him and they was laughing and shit and he just looked like fucking lit. Not to mention, I'm sure Justin Timberlake gets high. I know that nigga smoke weed.
It ain't no doubt about that
Woo.
at all.
Justin look like he keeps a blunt in his sock.
Yeah, I assumed he was separated when I saw that picture because I was like, why would you be holding hands with some girl in public
You never know.
if you wasn't still with your wife?
You never know. And I damn sure don't keep up with Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake's business. I barely
Right.
keep up with JT no more. So,
Jessica Biel was so funny on BoJack.
oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yes. So, man, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming if they are still together, Jessica probably saw this and read his ass into seventh heaven
fuck?
and then moved right on along. Because, I mean, isn't that deep? It's inappropriate.
If it was my husband, I would be irate.
Right. If it
I
were
would be
my
irate.
husband, I would be upset as
Right.
well.
Especially because you out here embarrassing me, but the cheating thing as well.
Big thing.
Yes.
A big that. I also heard that the actress Alicia said, of course, that they're just friends and she feels bad or something like that, and it wasn't that deep. I don't know if they played like one another's love interest in the film or something like that, but obviously this was Offset, so it ain't got shit to do with
Right.
that.
I don't hold hands with niggas I work with. Not like that. Under the table, hands on the knees and all that. Nah, we don't do all that.
Okay, this is not the motherfucking
No,
cha-cha
girl.
slide.
You
bitch.
need to apologize to Jessica.
Get away from me.
Send a DM or something like, girl, I am so sorry. We was going off that absinthe. But I promise you nothing happened or whatever. But yeah, I assumed they were separated or getting divorced when I saw that.
Who knows? But you know what? Black woman, I'm in your corner. Not as far as raising Dion goes. For everything else, sis, I got your motherfucking back.
Do you
Fuck
think
what
she
you
should have turned down the role and been like, give this to a dark-skinned girl?
The raising Dion?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't think that she should. I don't even know who this girl is. You know what I'm saying? If they gave you the role, bitch, go for it. But I just feel like, especially since there have been so many clear moments within film and television where a dark-skinned character has been replaced by a light-skinned character for no explainable reason. It was just like, goddamn. So like I was really looking forward to seeing this brown mom raising her brown son with superpowers, just because there
There's not enough of that.
there isn't enough of that. And it just seems so typical, but I'm not trying to burn her or nobody else at the stake. I just found it to taste disappointing. I thought maybe they would use the same actress or they would use someone who looked like her or something like that.
Yeah.
So it just felt like,
I mean, even if you did do that and be like, no, give it to a dark-skinned girl, that don't mean they actually would have done it. They probably would just hired some other light-skinned girl.
Right,
Like, if you don't want the job, we can find somebody
exactly.
else.
So now you jobless and nothing happened.
Right. So it's like,
Not to mention, they probably going to speak to all the casting directors they know and be like, oh, well, she had the nerve to say, you know what I mean?
And then they're going to smear your name so you don't get hired again.
Right. So I don't blame her for taking the role at all, or Michael B. Jordan and none of them other niggas. It just seems like another thing I noticed that I think Hollywood does a lot is that they make characters light-skinned or mixed so that they can have a white character in.
Yeah.
So that they can,
can
go,
yes.
diversity. Because they really... It always boils down to making sure that white people are happy and white people feel included. So I feel like a lot of times it's not even as much as, oh, well, we hate darkies. They just be like, we want to have someone who is black, but also looks a taste ambiguous. So they don't even be mixed sometimes, but we have a white man that comes in who plays their daddy or their mama or something like that. So white people are in the cast and it looks blah, blah, blah.
Lord.
But whatever. As I said, Justin Timberlake is going to be fine. Jessica Biel is going to be fine. This black woman, I don't know much about. You could be a trust fund baby for all I know, but I'm assuming you just out here trying to work, do your thing, and you may be a floozy. I really don't know you, but as of right now,
Justin is the floozy.
Justin is the damn floozy. see no rings on his finger,
You better go
literally,
home.
because apparently he wasn't wearing one, according to reports.
my God.
So maybe they are separated. Who knows? Justin may have been just trying to get his dick wet and enjoy his motherfucking time because him and his wife aren't
You've been
speaking.
famous for way too long, sir, to know that you can't be doing that shit out in the wide open.
But again, mama was zooted. Like,
And you know what? And I
I'm
may have done some
telling
crazy
you.
things while fucked up. So
that nigga probably was like, okay, we have to go because the 99 VMAs start any minute. And me and the boys are due on stage any second.
I bet he FaceTimed Jessica and was just saying some crazy shit. And like, nigga wasn't even speaking English
Like,
no more.
And aren't we
She's
all
like, you don't get off my
owed
damn phone.
one night out where we get fucked up as long as we can do so with responsibility?
Yeah,
I know I
it's
did.
your birthday.
Let me tell you something. I was all kinds of twisted. on my
Were
birthday.
you?
Yes, but I didn't have no dicks in my mouth, unfortunately. I was
Okay, not in public.
Did I?
Friend, you did not.
No, I didn't.
Not outdoors, you didn't.
Not on my birthday.
Okay, all right. I'm uncomfortable. Thinking about you having sex makes me so uncomfortable.
I did not have sex on my birthday. But
I
did
don't need to know.
have, or that weekend. I just had a
Friend,
great
please.
time.
I'm so glad.
Lots of guys I would. Anyways.
Thank you. Whoa, shit.
So I woke up this morning. This morning. I woke up this afternoon and
Oh, Lord.
and I was immediately blessed with information that Trina and Trick Daddy are going to have their own morning show on 99 Jams in Miami. I don't think y'all understand what this means to me.
The name is incredible. I love it.
The Trick and Trina show is supposed to start in January 6th. They did this cute little Instagram thing where they're looking up at this headline that like is announcing it, and they're like, Trina and Trick got a show coming up. Which one of you? You told them, you let this leak. Trina said something like, you need to tell your thug ass friends to stop talking so damn much, because you know they always
Right.
have these very like surface bickering moments about nothing, and then they make up.
Yeah, they did that on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, a few times, and all of that wasn't surface level. Some of that
So
was
Trick said some very stupid things.
right.
And I
which
have a
is-
feeling he might repeat that.
Here we are. So you've taken to me to concern one.
Yeah. I'm worried that Trick Daddy is going to say some very dumb things on this TV show.
Trick Daddy has had a few moments where he has said some very dumb shit. And that is a concern of mine. Mostly for how it will affect Trina as his co-host. Because as long as Trina is good, I'm great. Yeah, that is a concern of mine. Trick Daddy was in a video not very long ago sitting on the hood of one of his cars talking about some Leave Kodak Black Alone, because I feel like he was on
Oh my God.
Breakfast Club and they said something to him or whatever, and Kodak Black, being from Miami as well, got a Trick Daddy cape, and that nigga is currently dealing with the consequences of his own hood rat ass action.
Right.
So I mean, anything is possible with a Miami nigga being on the radio in Miami. Not
Yeah.
to mention you Trick Daddy, like you kind of are Miami. I know they're about to go on there and just wow the fuck
Lord.
out. Like
That's going to be fun.
it's gonna be fun, but like, nigga, 99 Gems is a radio show that I listened to growing up forever. 99 Gems is how I found out Aaliyah died. 99 Gems is how I found out Left Eye died.
Wow.
Like 99 Gems is like, this is honestly like the closest thing I can compare it to is like if Jay-Z had a show on Hot 97.
Damn. Okay.
Like if you were from New York,
Yeah, that provided some real context for me.
and that nigga was to be like, morning show now on Hot 97. Like, excuse me?
Right.
Wow.
The whole city is tuning into that shit.
So, big congrats to them. I'm also a bit concerned because I find that artists have a hard time transitioning into talk. I think that they get judged a bit different.
Right.
Especially Black artists, hip hop artists that are discussing hip hop culture and things. Either because it's like, oh, well, what gives you the right? When's the last time you did? It's like,
Okay.
it's just my job now to talk about this shit. And then also sometimes you have biases because you done been in the industry for however many years and you're friends with that
Right.
person, and your friend is friends with that person. And so it could easily become, well, I don't know how to address this. I'm sure Trick Daddy will be fine. You know what I'm saying?
I doubt he really cares.
I doubt that Trick Daddy is going to have difficulty with that portion.
Right.
Trina seems more so concerned with her checks, making it into her hands and into the bank.
That's right.
So I don't know how this is going to go, but I know it's exciting, and y'all bitches better, Miami, approach my girl with respect. And be nice to Trick Daddy too.
You should listen, but I don't think you're going to be up early enough to listen to it. It's a morning show, right?
I'm sure they'll be, I'm sure they'll have,
or maybe they'll have it on the website or something. Yeah. It would be smart of them to put them up as maybe like a daily podcast or something. I don't know. Maybe.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's going to be cameras in the studio and all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, yes. The YouTube channel should be lit.
God, I hope don't nobody get their ass whooped in that studio.
I keep forgetting that everybody puts cameras in the studio now.
Yeah, it's like a thing. It's actually kind of smart if you can tolerate it.
It is, but never in here. Y'all have asked so many times for there to be cameras in here, and the answer is a fuck no.
You got to be sure.
Because I am not finna be doing hair and makeup for a podcast.
I'm sweaty now.
I'm not doing
I'm hot
it.
and uncomfortable.
I like being in my pajamas. So sorry.
Last but not least, I'm going to read you a tweet from our dear friend Ava DuVernay. She tweeted this on November 26th.
My fave.
At 9:59 a.m. She wanted you girls to know, I've now been congratulated by non-black folks in Hollywood 11 different times about my direction of Harriet and Queen and Slim. When I share that I didn't direct those films, that they are made by black women directors who are not me, nervous chuckles, apologies, this place. And then she puts this gif of Chris Redd and Leslie Jones on SNL.
So
which just
funny.
says, it's a mess, which just adds another level to the comedy because both of them niggas are funny. And this wig that Leslie got on is sending me. I don't know who she's impersonating, but not the point. You niggas are really walking up to an acclaimed, hardworking director who has been knee, elbow, clavicle deep in the game at this point for a while.
Done great things.
All your carpets, red, blue, green, indigo, countless awards. I mean,
everything.
What? And you still walking up to this lady, congratulating her for movies that she damn well didn't make, that you're certainly not sure that she didn't make. And I know you're not sure that she didn't make them because she didn't fucking make them, so you can't be. So I don't even understand how you got that motherfucking comfortable to do that shit in the first place.
I mean, and she might look a little like Casey Lemons, but she looks nothing like Melina Matsoukas. And regardless, I don't know why y'all don't just go up to Ava DuVernay and list projects that you know she did. Why don't you just say, wow, Ava, I'm a huge fan of 13th or When They See Us or I loved A Wrinkle in Time or whatever else. Like, why don't you just go with something you know is true?
Because you saw a black person that you recognize and you just want to speak to them.
Mess.
And you feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to, name a movie. And that's just
but that's not my fucking movie. I have nothing to do with those films.
And this is probably the extent of how Ava DuVernay could treat her frustrations in this situation. Because if she
I'm surprised she even tweeted.
Right? If she were to say to the 10th or 11th person, get the fuck away from me. I am so goddamn tired of y'all. Once again, tons of black balls like Monique.
Yes.
Bitch, black people, we need to start doing this to white people. We need to start intentionally walking up on famous white people and doing this same thing to them. Walk up on J.J. Abrams and be like, oh my God, The Irishman was fantastic. My God, what an instant classic.
Well, J.J. Abrams could walk in here right now and I would not know it. Because I do not know what that man looks like.
But let me tell you something that he didn't direct. The fucking Irishman. And you know who knows it? Me. And you know who's willing to act like I don't? Me.
You.
Because until you motherfuckers, and guess what? Once again, I guarantee you if I was to walk up on Steven Spielberg and be like, The Mandalorian is delicious. I love every episode. I would just be like, he would kindly whisper to somebody off to the side to make sure I never work in Hollywood again.
Yeah.
I don't understand how, I'll never forget when, remember what award show it was, but Whoopi Goldberg was photographed and they called her Oprah.
Insanity. Just absolute ridiculousness. Y'all don't even try.
The EGOT holding Whoopi Goldberg next to Oprah.
The Oprah.
Who has an enchanted kingdom and fairies that harvest her crops.
Right.
How do you...
I don't get it. Like, not to mention, they do not look anything
Not
alike.
a damn.
Not one fucking thing alike.
And I'm certain that was a year where Whoopi was wearing a gown that was like off the shoulder, and I think you could see like her tattoos. And
she had the
like
tennis
that.
shoes on underneath it. She don't be giving. I
don't understand how the fuck y'all could. I can't not believe that y'all don't do it on purpose.
Right. Because white people have to know what Oprah looks like. And they have to know what Whoopi Goldberg. Like, you can't really think they look alike.
Like, if you mixed up, like, me and...
Jesus.
Maybe Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all look like brothers. I'm so sorry.
Then I will give you that room, because, bitch, who am I? As well as, like, girl, nigga. Fine. But... darky, who knows? But we're talking about people who've had their face, their name, their work in the game on a huge level. I just can't imagine busting your ass forever and ever and ever and ever and being in white buildings, black buildings, brown buildings, all these buildings, having everybody tell you how great your work is. You know what I'm saying? No shortage of phone calls and scripts and all of this stuff. Only for motherfuckers to still act like they don't know who the fuck you are. Are you kidding me?
Just
bitch.
Ridiculous.
And again, I didn't even know who directed Harriet because I wasn't going to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But Melina and Lena have been in every corner of the promotion for Queen and Slim. They've done screenings. They've done countless interviews. Them niggas have done a million photo shoots. They have presented this film by saying, here's our labor of love that we have been working on for years and years and years.
Right.
Won't you please enjoy it? How?
I don't know.
How?
Especially
Ava DuVernay don't look like either one of them.
Right. Even if you only knew Lena, like even if you didn't know Melina Matsoukas because this was your first introduction to her or whatever, Lena and Ava don't look nothing alike. Lena don't even have dreads no more. So how is this happening? I just don't get it.
Y'all go out of your way.
I don't get it.
To be shady. I think maybe not all 11 of them, but I just refuse to believe all 11 of y'all bitches really felt like Ava DuVernay was the director for those films. And at some point, I really feel like it's going to take black people or non-white people specifically to start doing it right back.
Yeah. Just doing it like Margot Robbie and Jamie Presley. Now, them two white women look exactly alike. And I think it makes sense to mix them up. But we should just start doing all of them like that.
Yeah, but people love doing that shit. They make that like a people article. Like, oh my gosh, Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry are long-lost twins.
Oh, well, they do.
No. I want for you motherfuckers to walk up on bitches that don't look nothing alike.
Got you.
Call Taylor Swift Ellen. I want you bitches to be like, walk up on Demi Lovato and call her fucking...
The Pioneer Woman.
Who?
Is she not famous? Okay. Never mind. I'm so country.
I will walk up on Demi Lovato and be like, Flow from Progressive! Oh my God. Greatest commercials. Such an icon. I'm dead ass serious. I'll be the one to do it. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Y'all have to stop it. It's disrespectful. It's ridiculous.
Amen.
And I just can't, I mean, I'm sensitive, but I also don't give a fuck. But like I said, I just can't imagine busting your ass and like making all these amazing strides, having family look up to you. Like,
right.
Ava DuVernay has a fucking Barbie.
And I have that Barbie in my
know.
home.
Like, she's got kids that are probably looking up to her and inspiring her inspiring them to be the next badass filmmaker and stuff like that. And you out here confusing her with other directors, filmmakers, writers and stuff that are also quite big and shouldn't be mixed with anybody.
Right. Exactly. I don't get it.
Like,
I don't
You're not going to put Lena Waithe and Wanda Sykes in front of me and be, which one is... lesbians, black lesbians. I just can't tell which one is which.
Get out of here.
I don't understand. But we also talking about a lot of people that once again don't wash their legs.
I mean, they also really they don't have to care. You can offend Ava DuVernay and not worry about your career being over. Mm-hmm. So they really don't have to know any better.
Yeah, they don't, or do better.
Oh, this fucking place.
That's it for Hot Tops. This week, we're going to take a break and then we will come back with some of your letters and the like.
Hey y'all, support for today's show comes to you from Third Love. Third Love designs bras with breast size and shape in mind so that you get the perfect fit and premium feel. This is hands down the most comfortable bra you'll own, with straps that won't slip and tagless labels. Really don't know why everybody is not doing that. Not to mention lightweight, super thin memory foam cups that mold to your shape. Friend, you know when you have your bra on and that tag is just itching in the middle of your back and there's nothing you can do about it. What is worse than that?
Nothing.
Every customer has 60 days to put their bra to the test, and if you don't love it, just return it, and Third Love will wash and donate it to a person in need, supporting charities in their local San Francisco Bay Area and across the United States. Y'all know how I feel about that 24/7 t-shirt bra. Every time I talk about it, somebody tweets me and says, oh my God, I ordered this fucking bra and I want to fucking shower in it. I love it so much. It just feels that good. I love it. I will continue to sing its praises all my days. Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everybody, so they are offering y'all 15% off your first order. Just go to thirdlove.com/read now to find your perfect fitting bra and to get 15% off your first purchase. Again, thirdlove.com/READ for 15% off today. Take care of them titties. Let's move on.
All right. Okay. I'm going to tell them right now. I'm telling them right now. So I just got off of the phone with the National Organization of Aunties, and they said that they want their artisan pocketbooks and they want them on time for the holiday season. So girls, if you are selling them, you need to contact ShipStation, girl, because with just a few clicks, you can manage those orders, print labels, and get those pocketbooks out of the door and delivered to aunties without worry that you will be cut come January. Doesn't matter if you're selling on Amazon, Etsy, your own damn website. ShipStation will bring all of your orders into one simple interface, and it's the easiest thing to manage from any device, even your cell phone. So aunties want you to know there's no damn excuse. ShipStation works with all of the major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, UPS, so you can compare and choose whatever is best for you, but don't take too long. Auntie season. They even offer big discounts on shipping costs, which are usually reserved for large Fortune 500 companies. There's nothing you don't got here. So get with it.
That's right. ShipStation, again, handles all of our shipping thanks to Alex. She does all that every time y'all order something from shoptheread.com. So take the hassle out of holiday shipping this year. Let ShipStation help. Just use our code READ to get a 60-day free trial. That is 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free holiday shipping. And now is when things are getting busy. So again, visit ShipStation.com, click the mic at the top of the page, and type in READ. With ShipStation, you can make ship happen. ShipStation.com. Offer code READ. Let's move on.
We're back, and it is time for listener letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. This inbox is, there's a lot going on in this bitch today.
Wow.
So let's dive right in with a letter from Miranda, who says, I need y'all's advice on something stupid that I did. Try not to drag me, but here it goes.
All right.
I have a boyfriend of 3 years and I love him so much. He's a beautiful person inside and out. Most of the time. He's the type of guy who would never ever cheat, and I don't even worry about it.
He already cheating on you.
However, right now I'm studying in a foreign country and I slipped up.
Oh, he was definitely cheating on you.
I was seeing this guy here platonically,
you cheated on him.
and one night I got drunk and we had unprotected sex.
You better work, bitch. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I immediately regretted it and told myself I was going to get tested 2 weeks after the incident because it was raw after all, and I don't know that nigga.
Oh, no.
But I never went because I was too poor to afford it at the time. Fast forward to this week, I just got tested and found out that I have something.
Oh, no.
She put multiple sad emojis. It's curable, but the thing is, my boyfriend surprised me and is coming to see me this week.
Oh,
I'm happy to see him, but I'm freaking out because I have to take 15 days worth of meds to get rid of this, and he'll be here on Saturday.
Yikes.
What do I do? He is so excited to get some ass because it's been 3 months.
I know, that's right.
How can I avoid sex with him for the 7 days that he's here? Or should I just tell him everything and risk him breaking up with me? Thanks for everything. Love this show, Miranda. Sistren. Girl,
okay, so I'm not going to drag you because you, unlike a lot of other people we have dragged, are acknowledging how you fucked up.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you feel bad about it, although it also sounds like you're ready to get away with it if you can, or try to get away with it.
But it ain't no way. I'm just telling you right now, it ain't no way to get around 7 days of not fucking your man after 3 months apart.
It won't.
You'll be lucky to get past 7 minutes, girl. You cannot do that.
By
that's not gonna happen.
Day 1.5. with no puss, that nigga's asking questions.
Yeah, he's gonna know what the fuck's going on.
So you might as well just go ahead and be honest or break up with that nigga or whatever the fuck it is, because there's no way that nigga's gonna be there for 2 days without fucking and wondering, so what's going on? You made your mistake. You fucked up. It happens. You know what I mean? And you feel bad about it, hopefully. But
right.
I'm not gonna sit up here and just be like, yeah, girl, here's a list of things you could do to hide in the shadows and stick to the ceiling like Batman so the nigga don't see you. And
yeah, no.
You're going to have to be
You need to be honest with him. And he may want to break up with you. And he may be, in fact,
he's probably
you should really tell him before he flies all the way out there. Because I would be so pissed if I went all the way overseas and then you tell me.
I have to leave you.
Right. And then I'm going to have to turn around and leave again. Like, girl, let me just save my flight credit and not even come out there.
Yeah.
But he may want to, talk to you and work it out face to face or whatever, or just come get his dick sucked for 7 days. I don't know. But you definitely got to say something to him, sis.
Yeah.
You fucked up and you just got to face the music. And honestly, I would rather do that over the phone with an ocean apart.
I was about to say.
Than face to face.
Same.
You should tell him before he gets on the plane, girl.
Definitely. I totally agree.
And good luck to you, because I know that's hard. Like, it's hard for me to even admit when I'm wrong, but much less to be that wrong, and to somebody that like loves and trusts me. And he might say, look, I've been cheating too, so let's just start over.
Because look.
You'll never know.
Human distance, it's hard. Ain't cut out for everybody.
Right. I can't do it.
It's, not everybody can.
I cannot.
You got to be a top tier bitch to be like long distance and faithful and like committed and happy.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
It's just hard.
Right.
But
I'm either going to be faithful or we're going to be long distance. You need to pick which one it's going to be, because I'm not doing both of those. But, But seeing as how you're where you are. Right.
I definitely would be honest with them and just be like, look, fucked up and it's not going to work. And yeah, maybe he will be honest with you. Do you think that she needs to tell him that she got something?
I think she needs to tell him that she cheated and let the conversation go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if the thing is, you need to tell him that you have something if the topic of sex comes up. But I don't think you need to say that if he's just like.
Suggest is a lie.
Because I think you need to tell him that you cheated before he gets on the plane, and then if during the course of the conversation,
maybe you just say you didn't use a condom.
Yes, say you cheated without a condom.
Because I don't feel like anything else.
That covers it. Because then it could be you might be pregnant. It might be the Itchy and Scratchy show. It could be anything going on. So, his mind can fill in the blanks, I guess. But you do need to be honest, I think. And if he asks you a direct question, you need to not lie about it.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot and you flew your ass across the sea to that nigga only to find out that he was fucking somebody else without a condom.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'd be striking a match.
Especially, what if he's in the middle seat for that whole 7-hour flight to wherever you at? Oh, no. No, I'll never forgive you off of the strength of that shit alone.
Next to a crying baby.
Right, and he got no
right
sleep.
Behind some stank person or something like that. Just a miserable long ass flight only to come to that.
And he was constipated.
Bullshit. Girl, you better be right.
No, ma'am.
Tell him right the moment.
All right.
You gotta lay in bed sometimes.
And good luck, because this is hard, but it will be much easier to do over the phone. Just trying to really get you to do that, girl.
I prefer it.
Right. All right. Next question comes from Brutus, who says, I'm a straight black man living in San Francisco.
Is that a real name?
Of course not.
I mean, in general, not their name. Because it sounds like a dog's name.
Right. I was going to say, but isn't that one nigga's name? Oh, no, it's Bluto. Okay.
Oh, that also is
that
not
Popeye nigga.
Person.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, straight black man living in San Francisco. I am currently dating a beautiful woman.
There's straight black men in San Francisco.
Look at you. Why won't you let him live? Yes, he is the one.
Okay.
I am dating a beautiful woman for almost a year who happens to work with me. We became really close friends at our firm since we are literally in a sea of white. And although I was against shitting where I eat, so to say, we thought to give this relationship a shot. So far, so good until I noticed a few things.
I hate the term shit where I eat.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, it gets the point across, though.
Yeah.
She does not clean at all. We don't live together, but since her place is small, she stays with me more often, and we have had several arguments about dirty dishes and pots on the stove and the sink. Yeah. She leaves hair all over the bathroom and floors, makeup stains on my couch.
At your house?
Yeah, and other belongings after I have cleaned. I came home one day to all the knives from the butcher's block dirty in the sink. Who the fuck uses all the knives from the butcher's block in a few days? She leaves her dirty clothing in the living room and all over the floor in my bedroom. We have had an hour-long argument about cleaning, and she said I don't do chores. Not to mention she grew up on Rhode Island and lived in a predominantly white neighborhood, so she has definitely developed some tendencies associated with white people, like she only takes 2-minute showers and she's always barefoot.
You better work barefoot.
She also does not plan events, dinners, or dates. I always have to plan any social outing. If I don't schedule anything, she will sleep the entire weekend.
I know straight men are chanting for this episode.
I am the first...
Straight men!
Oh, don't worry, we'll be back on y'all's asses soon. I am the first black guy she has ever dated. She is also black, just to be clear.
Yeah, no, I caught that part.
Recently, she brought up an issue about colorism and how if we were ever to have children, she would not be happy to have a daughter who was dark-skinned. That took me
Get this bitch out your house.
That took me for a whirlwind because she is not like her damn self.
I'm sure I didn't picture her to be.
And most of the members of my family, including myself, are dark. I explained to her that genetics are wild, and if we were to have a child, 9 times out of 10, that baby would have a dark complexion.
You know, just science.
She said that she would be okay with that, but the cadence of her voice made me feel like that was not the truth. We haven't spoken about this for over a week now, but I am confused. Am I being too picky about this relationship? Should I just take my ass to a Talkspace therapist to work out these issues?
Too picky?
Should we end the relationship and try to remain cordial coworkers? I really am falling in love with her, and I can see myself spending the rest of my life with her. Don't know why. But I am not trying to be planning a wedding, cleaning the house, and being in a one-sided relationship.
Man,
Thanks
you sound like you work in Silicon Valley.
Brutus, my dear, there's a lot wrong here.
I mean, a list.
There's a lot wrong in this
list.
She doesn't clean. If you don't clean, then you need to be the one paying for a maid.
So, did he acknowledge this woman as his girlfriend at any point? Or just that they're dating?
Yeah, a girlfriend. Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
That they met at work.
They've been dating for almost a year.
And they still work together.
Yep. Which is, that's going to be an issue more than likely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't clean, if there's no such thing as you don't clean.
Mama says she don't do chores.
Sis, then where is the person who does your chores? Find that bitch. Where is your maid? Hire a fucking maid if you don't do chores.
Here's the thing. If you were at your house,
right,
and this nigga was coming over to your place making a mess, then I can understand being like, I don't do no motherfucking chores, so you better pick up that wing with them bare bones on it and throw that shit away.
Because I don't know. Right.
You're coming to my place because your place is too small.
Right.
And leaving hair and dishes and all over that shit over the place and I'm supposed to clean it?
Right.
I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm.
So that
and you arguing with me about it.
You're arguing with me about it
no,
in
girl.
my home.
No.
You're making my and
no, why did you do that?
Because I'm mad. And right after I cleaned it,
you fucking it right back up.
Are you kidding me? So you have adopted. Is what you're saying.
That's your child.
So
that's your responsibility.
You have a daughter.
You cleaning up after this girl. No, sir.
Let me tell you the quickest way for us to get our asses whooped when I was growing up. To make a mess that my mama just cleaned up or in a place
yes.
Or and like single-digit-year-old me was confused. Adult me wants to write a letter to single-digit me. Like, the nerve of you young bitch. When she would get done washing the dishes, which I don't think anybody likes, to come back into the kitchen 5 minutes later and see a single dish, or worse, a utensil in the sink. How my mama didn't just burn the house down with all of us in it, I don't know.
That shit is so aggravating.
She used to be incensed, bro. And I used to be a kid like, I don't understand. And now I'm just like, the nerve of you badass kids.
Right.
To think that after this woman just spent all of this time she could have spent sitting down and exhaling over the fact that she has several children and a full-time job and going to school full-time and got to be somebody's wife. She could have spent that damn however long time it took to sit down and just breathe. Right. And now she come in to see that you have disrespected her by saying, fuck what you just did. That's what you're doing with somebody that you didn't even make. Like, you don't ever have to speak to this lady again. And she told you that she don't do chores. On top of the colorism, you better deuce her the fuck out. 2 fingers. Get out of my house.
She would have been gone with them 2-minute showers. I don't play that shit.
I didn't even catch that part.
That is disgusting.
She don't bathe neither?
Right. Now, I mean,
What do you like about her?
I have to say, everybody in Oklahoma is always barefoot, so that don't really throw me off. But 2-minute showers is disgusting.
Some of y'all, like, look, Miami, South Beach alone, you just be seeing girls walking around barefoot outside in the middle of the street.
So that just is what it is. But you don't do chores is a huge problem. And then I don't want no dark-skinned child is another very big problem.
Like, you would have been out of my house for the latter. But the fact that you nasty and colorist, you either
all of it.
And I can't with dark brown people who don't want to have dark brown kids.
Right. I get that a lot of times it probably comes from, like, you don't want your child to go through the bullshit you went through for being dark skinned.
That's not what it is.
But that doesn't mean that we need to not have dark skinned children. That means that people need to not be colorist.
I understand that you want your baby to be cute. You know what I mean?
But dark skinned babies are adorable.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand you want your baby to be cute. Most babies are cute. But your baby can be adorable. Dark skin, light skin, kinky hair, curly hair.
Yes.
It's
a baby.
It's a baby.
They're cute.
So, like,
right.
I don't understand why people have such preferences of what they want a baby to look like. Not to mention you finna dress their asses like they're in the back of a fucking Vibe magazine or something anyway.
Yeah.
So
I think some people have really internalized the idea that light skinned people are cuter than they are. Which is...
Hasn't social media taught y'all anything
I don't.
by now? There
I can't
are so many
understand
cute
it.
brown babies of all shades and complexions all over the fucking area.
Yeah.
You just dumb and you hate yourself.
You do, right. This girl has a lot of issues, including the fact that she hates herself.
But mama, if you don't even respect yourself to be in the shower for more than 2 minutes.
Come on. That's
of course.
exactly what I was about to say.
Of
She don't
course.
love herself enough
To be clean.
2 minutes, you're not even really getting everything
What
detailed. You're
have
not getting
you done?
nothing. Are you even wet all the way?
Since you're raising her anyway, you might as well just you might as well just do what my mama used to do when we didn't like to bathe as kids. I was fine with
She probably
bathing
ain't
for the
even
most
got
part.
no washcloth. She probably just being
She
there.
probably taking your Dove to
my
her
God.
bare skin.
Not even Dove, just
Coochie and
shampoo.
all.
She just squeezes shampoo all over herself.
Conditioner.
Gross.
Yeah.
She's like, so I get clean and I lotion at the same time.
When we were little and we used to come out of the bath or whatever and having not really bathed,
Right.
mama, grandma, anybody would just like feel our back or something and it would be dry and warm as all hell. Get your ass back.
If you don't get back in there
Get
and wash, if you don't wash, I will come in there and do it. And I know you don't want me bathing your big grown ass.
You get to an age with black parents where you're just like, I'm not going to outfool you, am I?
I'm not going
You got a little something for everything.
And then the first time you smell another musty child, you be like,
Oh,
this is what she has been trying to keep me from.
It all makes sense.
And you
now.
never, ever slack on cleaning your body again. So I just don't. Sir, you are tolerating
But if your parents
entirely
musty
too much. She has got to go.
she needs to get out of your house.
Do you want to have children? Because if you do, you need to not have them with this woman.
Because she gonna feel one way when they're dark skinned.
Right.
She not gonna teach them how to bathe. She
Right.
ain't gonna make them do no chores.
Right.
You're gonna be raising a baby and a full grown
Yes.
adult.
You're going to be out here like
Tell
most of
her
these
to
women.
get out. Yes.
You're going to be out here doing dumb shit like most of these women who are married to useless ass niggas and raising them along with
Right.
their kids.
You need to
Don't do it to yourself.
You need to be standing arms intertwined with these ladies out here. Because you know the struggle. Tell her to get out. Work's gonna be awkward.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But this
But
don't
oh
make
well.
no damn sense. Oh well,
She
you're
has
nasty.
she
You
has
have
an
no respect for
obligation to
me,
stay
and you have
professional.
no respect for yourself.
Yeah.
And yes, she does have a fucking obligation to be respectful and professional at the job anyway.
Right.
And who the fuck really wants to act a goddamn fool in your sea of white people anyway?
Right.
So she better tighten up.
That's it. Because, ugh. And if she asks why, girl, you're dirty and you don't want to have dark-skinned children.
And you said that you're the first black man that she dated anyway, so she better find one of the fish in that damn sea and make her a little mixed baby
Right.
and not bathe together.
There you go.
Look, your
That's
future
an
is in
excellent
here
point.
somewhere.
That is an excellent point.
Your future is in here
There's
somewhere.
a lot of white boys in here.
So
I bet at least 3 of them are not opposed to dating black girls.
the likelihood that you're not gonna have a dark baby is incredibly high.
It is.
I doubt they're gonna make you clean or wash. So
Right.
Paradiso, have at it.
Good luck to you, sir. But yes, get this woman out your house before the new year.
I don't do chores. You in my house.
Are you out of your goddamn... You don't have to do chores. You have to pick up after your goddamn self, though.
Exactly.
In my home, bitch, you do.
What if I tell you to clean the gutters? I'm asking you to pick up the damn Cheeto
Right.
dust that you have all over the couch.
I'm asking you to clean up your mess, bitch. I'm not asking you to clean up mine. Anyway. Next letter comes from Diana, who says, I'm a straight woman in a relationship with this man for the past couple of months, and we are getting closer and building a strong bond.
But
Today, this nigga tells me that a woman he was talking to before me is 5 months pregnant.
okay.
I was driving downtown in traffic and I had to pull
I love
the
that she got
fuck
straight to it.
over.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was joking, but nope, this nigga really might have a kid on the way.
5 months pregnant.
He says that she was supposed... Right, and they've only been talking for a couple of months.
Okay.
The details are that she was supposed to be on birth control while they were fucking with each other, but apparently the whole time she wasn't getting periods. That happens all the time. Okay, anyway. She went to the doctor and all of a sudden she's 5 months pregnant. I'm confused about how a bitch can go 5 months without knowing that she's pregnant. It actually happens all the time.
Yeah, I hear about that often.
My question is, should I leave him now or wait till the baby is born and see if it's his with the DNA test? If I do wait, I feel like our connection will be altered and it won't be the same since now there's an ultimatum. I've never been with a guy who has a baby on the way and I'm not sure what to do. Please help.
Girl, just break up with
Diana.
him. I mean, if
It's only 2 months in, sis.
yeah, I mean, if it bothers you that much or makes you that uncomfortable, then just break up with him. I'm willing to bet a sizable amount of money that baby is going to end up being his.
Yeah, I don't think he would have told you if he didn't believe it was his.
Right.
But they can do DNA tests in the womb now.
Yeah.
So it ain't really
That's big
even
facts.
no reason to wait another 4 or 5 months. Y'all can do it now, but
Is that expensive? I imagine it costs a
I
lot.
don't.
of
I
money.
mean, I'm sure it does, but like if this was my man of, well, no, because if it was my man of a couple of years, if he got a baby on the way, that means he cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you should necessarily pay for this DNA test. Like, I think you might have just seen things like really going somewhere with this man, and so now you're disappointed because of this baby situation. But yeah,
At least he told you. A lot of niggas would have just popped
would've
up at that
just
nigga
had the
graduation,
baby
and that's
pop
when you
up.
found out.
Yes, I think you should. I don't think you should invest any real resources into finding out whether this
You
baby
should
is
not.
his. Right.
Mhm.
He should.
Yeah.
You should not. It's also like women can easily go 5 months without knowing that they pregnant. People be in whole ass labor and did not know they was pregnant because they just never got any
That
bigger.
part is like confusing. to
It's
me.
only confusing to, or I only get it when it's like my stomach never grew, the baby was just tucked away in some pocket inside of me, and my
crazy.
period still came. Like I've seen episodes like on TV where the girls are like, I still got my period and everything, and then all of a sudden I went to the hospital with terrible pains, and they were like, "You're in labor."
The
Like,
body is so weird.
ain't it crazy?
Especially the female body.
Obviously not most people,
You have
but
like a whole solar system
yeah.
inside you.
I think it's very, very understandable that a woman can go 5 months without knowing she's pregnant.
Right, but that ain't even a point. It's
Right,
like
right. That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that you were really getting into this nigga, and now there's a bump in the road. I think, like
In the
Kid Fury
belly.
said, he would not have told you if he didn't think there was a strong chance this was his child. So you might be better off just leaving the situation now and not even like investing any deeper into it. Because like for what?
You can still have a decent relationship even when he has a baby on the way.
Oh no, fuck
It's just
that.
difficult. I mean, right. This is the thing.
Absolutely not. I will not date somebody whose child is under 2 or 3 years old, because you need to be over there with your other child's parent, helping that nigga get this new life together, period.
You can do that and date.
You don't need to be over here. You don't need to be over here worried about
It's not
me.
a crystal stair. I'm not saying it's easy.
You need
but
to be
it's
over there
possible.
with your baby mama and that newborn. You need to be over there helping her.
I think that you have to use real self-awareness in this situation and be honest with yourself about what you can handle. Now, just like what you said about what you're not going to do, I'm right there on board
Yeah, I'm not
with
doing
you.
that bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? I would have clocked out too, just because I don't, even if I have a good connection with you or I feel like you're not going to be foul or shady in this process,
Right.
it still is a whole other 2 lives that you have to invest a lot of real time in. And it's just like, for the fuck what? You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially given the time span of your relationship with him or whatnot. But I find that a lot of people in these situations are in love and they blindly just be like, all right, yeah, I can do this. I could totally do this or whatever. And then you get smacked in the
The baby
face
gets
with,
here.
bitch, you knew damn well you couldn't do this in the first fucking place.
Right.
And now you too far gone and blah, blah, blah. So I, like I said, would be really honest with myself. To me, just believe, like hearing the letter,
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and guess that this is not for you.
Yes.
And with that being said, I will go ahead and go on about my business, continue dating or have some me time or whatever. But it doesn't sound like you can handle that, which is respectable. Many people could not. So let that nigga go on and, you know, take care of his responsibility.
Yeah, because girl, I cannot tell you, I cannot stress how much I would not be getting involved with nobody with a fresh ass newborn on the fucking way. It just ain't no fucking way.
I could do a toddler.
Because you know what, your baby, it's a 99.99% chance your baby mama is going to be deep in her feelings around this whole situation. Because of course she is. She's pregnant. A whole lot is going to be going on.
Going through your body.
After giving birth. And then, you know, where's the nigga who made this baby with me? Like, she going to be blowing his fucking phone up. Girl, hell no. Run, sis.
When I woke up this morning and I saw the snow outside, when I tell you, I had a great week. You know, my stomach was killing me last week, but for the most part, I was in peace at home. I had a great birthday weekend. And so I was ready to get up today and be like, finna go into the writer's room today, tell some jokes, laugh, go into the studio. So ready, you know, we're going to be on today.
Yeah.
Nigga, I saw that snow and immediately switched. Like, what the fuck? So I could only imagine that wild birth
Right.
by my damn self. Fuck that new bitch. Get over here right now and change these goddamn Pampers.
Right.
And like, why should you have to deal with that?
And I really feel like that's where you should be. You should be over there.
Right, it's not unfair.
With her. Right. Like, newborns, them niggas
need everything.
They have to eat like every 2.5 hours,
seconds.
nigga. Like, you need to be over there helping her. She can barely even move. Pussy is still raw and everything. You need to be over there with her.
While y'all two having after club sex at 2:00 in the morning, she calling him like, so I'm tired of being woken up at 2:30 because this motherfucker is hungry. So you know what you need to do? Come and feed him.
And I will not respect you as a father if you are not over there with your child. Like, I just want, especially when they are that small and they need 24-hour round-the-clock care. You need to be bonding with your baby, not over here worried about me and what I got going on. Build your relationship some other time. But that's just me.
Yeah,
I know
again,
y'all don't feel that way.
That's individual. I think that, like I said, it depends on you being honest with yourself and what you can handle. You essentially signing up for like a 18, sometimes 21-year-long roller coaster that you just can't get off of.
And are you ready to be a stepmama?
So,
Shit.
But some of you may want to, some of you might have comfortable situations. Some of y'all may even meet the baby mama and she's like, oh yeah, it's all good.
I mean, it is a good sign that he told you.
Yeah, that is a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Like I said, it doesn't matter how good he is because it's not just about him.
Right.
She could be, you know, like, look, I'm not about it. You dating or whatever, but I need help. I need such and such. And once again, that's fair. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, you never know. The baby could be born and all of a sudden he just decides like, you know what, I really need to be with my child's mama and I want my kid to have, you know, both of the parents together or whatever. So you're going to spend however many months left investing and compromising only for him to break up with your ass once the baby gets into the planet. You know, so
you're gonna be okay when she has a baby shower and you're not invited. You're gonna be okay
because I'm not inviting you.
When he gets the call about the baby's on the way and he goes off to the hospital for 2 days without you. Are you gonna be okay with all that? You can't even have
your damn buffalo blast at the cheesecake because the baby just got here.
The baby could be born on your birthday and he will leave you right there in the middle of your strawberry margarita and go see about his newborn.
Ooh,
are you okay with that?
Melanie and Derwin.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Literally left his wedding, I believe, because the baby was being born.
Save your feelings, girl. Tell him to get back at you if the DNA test is negative. And then y'all move on.
You know it's not.
You know
but
it's
not. If it is, then there you go. Nothing to fret.
All right. Last question comes from, let's call her, I need a name for a woman.
Belisha.
Belisha says, I need y'all's opinion on whether I'm reading too much into this. I'm dating a white man. Yes. I've never dated a white person before, and I wasn't planning on it, but we had one of those movie cute meeting moments, and so here we are 2 years later.
Movie cute meeting
I don't know what she means by that.
Like a romance comedy. I dropped my stuff and he picked him up.
I guess. Here we are 2 years later with a puppy and a house together.
Oh, girl.
I normally wouldn't move in with a man so fast either, but he lost his job and I let him stay with me. But no worries, he makes bank now and pays for most things. Okay. So that's not the issue.
All right.
We have sex about once a month, and even that is not always the case, and he is never the one to initiate it. The sex is great while it's happening, but afterwards he doesn't want to cuddle or even be in the bed with me for the next hour or so.
Y'all been together for 2 years?
After I talked with him about this, he started to make himself come to bed afterwards. Wow. But he's clearly stiff and uncomfortable whenever he does. We've had several conversations about how all this makes me feel unattractive and gross. He insists this is not the case, and he's always just really tired and stressed from work. Seeing how much this was upsetting me, he began to really emphasize showing me affection in other ways, calling me beautiful, etc. But for some reason, it never leads to sex. This has never been a problem for me before. I've had extremely healthy sex lives with all the men I've been with in the past. I've offered to try different positions and new things, but he is not interested in doing anything different. I was just about ready to accept that he may be asexual and too hyper-masculine to realize it when we started hanging out with more of his friends. And in typical bro behavior, they found it necessary to share all my boyfriend's sexual escapades from high school and college.
Why?
I don't know. Not only was he sexually active, but he was borderline sexually deviant. He participated in gangbangs, received oral from multiple of his friends' moms, and other wild things that served only to amplify the feeling.
More than one of his friends' mamas gave him head?
Blew my mind. And other wild things that served only to amplify the feeling that he's not physically attracted to me.
This motherfucker must look like Zach Morris.
This is some white people shit right here. I never fucked none of my friends' parents.
Ew.
I can only pray this happened after he turned 18, but it's still highly inappropriate.
I don't even want to know.
We argued about this afterward. He said that he was always wasted and high on all kind of shit back then, and those days are now behind him, and that he thinks all of this sounds like I'm coming from an insecure place. Oof. I will admit that his lack of sex drive does make me feel insecure about myself, and I know insecurities can lead to projection and paranoia, but I don't see how else this adds up. He doesn't want to do couples therapy because he says we're not broken and that he will try harder to satisfy me. I think it's a moot point if he isn't sexually attracted to me. Maybe I just need an outside perspective. Love, Berlisha? Is that what you said?
This is close enough.
Okay.
So what I was going to say was, first of all, just break up on him. But
a lot of y'all are dating white boys.
Today, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I can't say whether or not I feel like you're reading too much into this because he may not be sexually attracted to you. But what I was initially going to think is like some people just don't fuck all that. Like some people don't have the desire to go twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a day. Like some people just have completely different sex drives.
Some people naturally have a lower sex drive.
Right. And I feel like she was sort of acknowledging that when she was like, maybe he's asexual or whatever. I don't know if that's in the right direction. But when you mention all of this wild shit that he used to do when he was younger, that might have something to do with it. Maybe he's like, you know what? I did a whole lot of wild cutthroat shit when I was a kid, and I'm trying to like approach sex differently. You just really never like I don't know this man, so I can't say that it's one thing or the next. But ultimately, I think that if you aren't fulfilled sexually, so much so that it's starting to affect your security in the way that you view yourself, I would just be done, especially if you're not really doing anything to compromise. I mean, she says that he is, but it also still sounds like a problem. He doesn't want to go to couples therapy, and he calls you beautiful and stuff like that, but still be sliding his ass out of bed, I guess, because he doesn't want to cuddle with you.
Right. I don't think this is an issue of you being unattractive, because to be real, women are a lot more likely to stay with somebody they don't find attractive than men are, especially since I believe it's not like you're taking care of him. He is paying for most of the things and, handling all that around the house. So I just don't think he's staying with you, taking care of you and all that without being attracted to you. I don't think that's it. I think he has a lot of trauma related to sex.
It's possible, yeah.
Because of all this shit he did in high school and college. That is a very young age to be doing gangbangs and getting oral from your friends' mamas and all this other wild. And that's just the shit they told you. Right. So I think he's got a lot of issues wrapped up in the sex shit that he did, and that y'all absolutely need to go to therapy. Yeah. If not couples therapy, then he needs to go on his own. But
I would encourage him to go on his own, maybe.
Yeah, I really do think y'all could work this out if he was willing to go see a professional about it. Because like, sir, we keep coming to an impasse here, and you're not making it like, oh, there's nothing wrong. I'm just really tired and stressed out from work. So just, what do we need to do to relieve your stress? Right.
I just can't. And again, everyone's different. I understand and respect that. I am of the type of person who couldn't be living with someone that I'm in love with, I'm in a relationship with, and we only have sex once a month
is just...
like, that's wild.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If he said, yeah, I am asexual and I just don't want to fuck, then that would be something else. But he's not saying that.
I'm not fucking every day.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Once a month, I would be absolutely through the roof, frustrated and severely annoyed.
I mean, once a week is not even enough, really. But I guess it's probably the longer you're together, things just kind of naturally taper off. But once a month...
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean... especially for somebody who claims to have no issues. Like, we're not broken. We're not, because I'm so frustrated sexually, and you keep saying you'll do these adjustments or whatever, but it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like you're forcing yourself to be here and you don't really want to. And so it's affecting the way I feel about myself. It's affecting this relationship.
And even if it really is like
something
nothing
is wrong
going through his head or whatever, or issues that maybe he doesn't have issues, or he doesn't know that he has issues, because that's super common.
That is a huge thing.
But at the end of the day, you aren't feeling fulfilled. Right. I feel like any therapist worth the money will tell you red flag.
Yeah.
And I just feel like at some point he has to understand, like, look, we need to have like a real compromise. We need to seriously be on the same page as far as this is concerned, or we got to not be together.
Right.
Because all it's going to do is just fester and then lead to resentment, and it's going to make the inevitable separation that much harder. And it shouldn't be that difficult, especially for a guy, to be like, I want more sex. How can we work on it? Not just, I want more sex, give it to me, but I want more sex. What can we do?
Right.
You know, but again, I feel like there's a lot that he's not telling you, either because he's not aware of it, or because he doesn't know how to tell you,
or he doesn't know how to tell himself.
Exactly. So there's a lot to unpack there, and it's about whether or not you want to help him unpack it.
Right. Because the fact that he doesn't want to cuddle makes me feel like he wants to keep a certain amount of like emotional distance. I don't know why. That is what that makes me think of, but it could be anything.
I promise you, there are like there's a lot of emotional, like, or intimacy issues with people that show themselves in that way, that really does lead back to a lot of, or even maybe one incident that they've had somewhere in their life that just affects the way that
changed everything,
that they view sex and intimacy.
Right.
Because a lot of motherfuckers who will pipe you down or get piped down 4 or 5 times a day have no interest in being intimate. You know what I'm saying? Outside of sex. Don't want to kiss, don't want to cuddle, don't want to hug, really could fuck, and even stay in the same house with you. And I'm going to go, okay, done, you nut, I nut. All right, I'm going to go catch up on How to Get Away with Schmurda last season. And see you for the next round, I guess.
I think you need to tell him that this is getting to the point where you're going to have to either leave the relationship or figure something out. And if he's not willing to go to therapy with you, then I think you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because nothing else is working. Girl, it's been 2 years. Like, something needs to change, or you got to change.
And every decent person in a decent relationship should be sexually satisfied the way that they want to.
And if he's not ready to handle his shit, if he's not ready to go to therapy, or he feels like y'all really don't have no issue or whatever, then don't take that personally. That's him not being ready to confront whatever it is he has going on. That has nothing to do with you as a person.
And I don't know if this is dumb to say, but I would rather have sex and intimacy issues to work on than other things.
Me too.
From like,
because I feel like we can actually work on that.
Right. And I'm saying, from like, if someone were to approach me and be like, this is what I'm interested in, or what I would like to adjust sexually, I would much rather it be that than like, you spend too much money, or I don't like the color of the living room, or some other shit.
I don't like the color of the living room.
I don't know. But like other random stuff that couples argue about Instagram or something, I'd much rather it be like, I didn't have enough nuts in October, and so are we making up for it this month or what?
Because we're not doing No Nut November.
Or like,
we've been doing No Nut November.
I've told you for years that I really want to fuck on the beach.
Yeah.
I just can't understand why we can't do it, because it's not legal. But still, I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'd much rather that be the problem than
Why
a whole
have I
bunch of
had
other
that
stuff.
exact conversation?
Have you?
I have literally had we were on a cabana. In a cabana on the beach, and the conversation happened where it was like, we should just fuck right now. No, we literally should not.
It's against
because
the law.
it was like, but we should. Like, I have had that. And I've also had the Instagram conversation where this nigga is like, how come you don't never post me? How come you won't this? This is like, man.
So, do I need to just
Right.
have a pamphlet for when we start these things so you know what you're getting and what you're not getting? And I'm down for like a public moment. But anyways, that was so
right.
besides
The point is,
yeah, like you want to get him to take your
right.
your needs and desires seriously, especially as far as this is concerned, because a lot of the thing that a lot of people do, men and women, is be like, oh yeah, I'll compromise and and then they don't do shit because they just really want you to shut up.
But the fact that you're already taking it personally, like you feel like he's unattracted to you, leads me to think that if he's like, yeah, I don't want to go to therapy, and if that's a deal breaker, then so be it, that you'll be like, well, why doesn't he love me enough to want to work it out or whatever? And it's not, again, not anything to do with you.
It really doesn't.
It's about this man and whether he's able to face, because I mean, I'm sorry, doing that kind of porn level shit in high school, I would not be surprised if he had, you know, some trauma or some fucked upness around sex.
Or just no nut left.
Can you empty your balls permanently?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know if that's how they work. Is it like, because women have a finite number of eggs. Is it like?
No, I think niggas can keep going.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Listen.
Not women. Sorry, people with ovaries.
It's just like, anyway. Yeah, I totally agree.
Good luck.
I think that you guys will be fine. But if he ain't trying to hear it, then you know where to send him.
All right. That ends this week's insane questions.
Yeah, y'all brought it.
There's a lot. And honestly, there's still like 5 more that I have bookmarked that we'd have to get to another episode.
Sex,
because,
lies, and videotape.
Y'all were doing a lot over Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. AskTheRead@gmail.com for your questions, and we'll be right back.
So listen, we all know that mental health is a huge part of self-care. We talk about it all of the time. But changing your mental habits is easier said than done. Living testament right here in the flesh. Luckily, Talkspace online therapy gives you a convenient and affordable way to improve your mental health. It pairs you with one of 5,000 or 5,000 plus licensed therapists based on your needs and preferences. You can connect with your therapist via text, audio, picture, or video messages the same day that you match. Your therapist will message you daily, 5 days a week. No office trips or appointments to schedule. And the thing I love about this and how like accessible it is sometimes you just are having a moment and you need somebody right then and there to reach out to, and not an appointment to be made. And I just think that it's great in how affordable and accessible it is in that, because mental health can come for you in the side of your neck at any given moment.
Right. And that's actually one of the things that I really like the most about Talkspace. The fact that whenever I was really going through it, I could just reach out, because like I have my therapist's phone number now,
right.
But we don't have that kind of relationship. And I've never texted her in between sessions or whatever and been like, I'm going through XYZ, because I just feel like I
get it.
Right. But with Talkspace, it's like that is the relationship that y'all have. So it's like, girl, you might be asleep right now, but you can see it when you wake up, because I am going through this, like to just get it all out right then and there. The fact is that we all need help navigating life's ups and downs, because they will come, and you need the coping mechanisms and the skills to get through it. Talkspace offers the support you need at an affordable price. Y'all can get $100 off your first month when you use code READ at Talkspace.com. That's right. Get started and match with a therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy today at Talkspace.com, or download the app and make sure you use code READ to get $100 off your first month. Again, Talkspace.com, promo code READ. Take care of your mental health, and let's keep going.
Turn your dream into a reality with Squarespace. I don't know how many of y'all may have some New Year's resolutions or some new thing that you want to start, showcase, or whatever next year. But if you need a website to do those things, Squarespace is a great place to start. I actually just reloaded my website. It was down after a while because I was not paying GoDaddy no damn mind.
Okay.
So I actually just recently jumped back into Squarespace to put thekidfury.com back up. And it was just as easy as ever. It took me all of 2 damn minutes
it is
to
so
get
easy.
things put right in the places that they needed to be, add new stuff and whatnot.
Right.
So If you need a website, maybe you want to sell things, they've got a really great e-commerce functionality that makes that incredibly easy. You can also check your analytics to see how your website is doing. And also, you don't have to worry about doing some other separate coding nightmare to make sure that your website works for mobile. It's optimized for mobile right out of the box and will in fact show you what your site will look like desktop, mobile, and I believe even iPad. So it empowers millions of people of all kinds, from all walks of life, to have great websites, and you should try it.
That's right. Again, Squarespace is so easy to use. I know that if the two of us who are just chronically not interested in doing things a lot of the time can get websites together very quickly, then y'all can do the exact same. Head to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. When you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/read, offer code READ. Build something great. And let's wrap up this show.
So we're back. It's time for the read.
That's right.
I have two things to say. It was three, but I feel like one of these is going to be lengthy, and so
okay,
fine. So Gabrielle Union.
Amen. I just love when we all know what's going to happen.
Gabrielle Union was reportedly let go from NBC's unscripted talent show, America's Got Talent, for being a decent person and doing the right thing. So from what I read, they were doing an interstitial for the season, which is just wrapped up, I think, in September.
Okay.
Jay Leno was to be a guest judge. He was doing this interstitial, and I guess he made some joke, it says here, about a photo, I think, of Simon Cowell in the hallway surrounded by a bunch of dogs. And he made some comment about how it looked like the menu at a Korean restaurant or something.
Right.
Which, pulling over on some Queen and Slim shit, does Jay Leno believe it to be 1980?
Right.
How played out? Like, aside from ridiculously offensive.
Right. Just flat out
how
racist.
Played out is an Asian people
it's the
eat
oldest
dog
fucking joke, dog.
My God.
Like, do you have nothing new? Are you literally still repeating
what else
dumb
you got?
shit from
Black
the
people
80s?
are late. Women be shopping. What else you got?
Yes, women be shopping.
So after he said that with his stupid double-decker face ass, Gabrielle Union apparently said that it should have been, or told an executive that it needed to be reported to Human Resources. There are several Asian people who work over there for the company, including one Asian person who was reportedly in the room when he said this to camera.
White men really don't have to give a shit. They really don't have to give a shit.
So Gabrielle Union pulls someone to the side, says, "Hey girls, this is terrible. Soup's racist. We should probably talk to somebody about this." Reports say that it pretty much went no further than there. Nobody planned to do anything about it. Aside from that complaint that she made, there was also an incident where apparently one of the contestants had like a really racist bit that they did where they were, I don't know, I believe I read that they did impressions of different people, including some black people, and may have darkened the color of their hands or something that was clearly racially insensitive. Once again, Gabrielle Union, and I believe also I read Julian Huff was not with the shits either. We're like, hey, so, quick note, personal opinion, let's not.
Right.
It's 2019. This is dumb and racist. And it'll probably get everyone involved in this program in a whole lot of trouble. So let's just not. They weren't trying to hear that shit. And apparently, she also was critiqued for her hairstyles. I read that, quote, her rotating hairstyles were too black for the audience of AGT.
Wow.
And it says that she received this note over half a dozen times. I also read that somebody from NBC or somewhere denies that, of course.
I'm sure they do.
So Mama and her different black hairstyles all the live long day or every week was just too nigger for AGT's audience.
Lord.
Which just lets me know this is yet another network, another group of white people who are just like, well, what are the folks in middle America going to think about this? We just want to reach everyone, and we just want as many people to enjoy them. Fuck people in, what are you talking about?
Do they really care about Gabrielle Union's hairstyles? Really?
Don't nobody in middle America give a fuck, white, blue, green, black, or whatever, about that lady hair.
I don't get it.
You just cannot understand the concept of how black people's hair can do damn near whatever it wants.
Right.
My God, they can have dreads without putting glue and Play-Doh and all kinds of shit in it. I just don't understand it. How do you have a bob today and a braids tomorrow?
Black girls are magic.
There are braids just underneath that? It's just too much for my brain to handle. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Y'all should be used to black people having incredible hairstyles and switching it up all the time by now. Your racism is not my issue.
The season was apparently 18 episodes. I believe this was on Variety. It wrapped in September, generating 25 million social media impressions, approximately half of which engaged directly with Gabrielle Union, according to figures from Nielsen Social. So she was the most popular judge.
Right.
One of the only judges that viewers actually gave a fuck about.
Gotcha.
Rotating hairstyles and all. Look at that. So you actually have the stats to back up that not only do people have no issue with Mama's hairstyle, they live for her.
Right.
So that don't even make no damn sense. Y'all were upset because Mama had the nerve to step to you and say that this iconic white talk show TV face had the nerve to say a hilarious racist jokes about Asians. This is just your way to try and once again put niggas in their place, because how dare they be in a white space trying to tell you what the fuck you should be doing with your program. Bitch, girl. I'll get there. Anyways. Okay. So NBC, as well as Simon Cowell's production company and another company called Fremantle, I think it's called. And I went to Fremantle's website. On the main page of our shows, there's literally a show.
So many.
There's literally a show with some Asian people cooking. I don't know if it was a cooking segment or a cooking show, but y'all had the nerve to let this white man come in here and make a joke about Asian people eating dog and let that shit fly while you have Asian people. Yeah. Girl. No. So they released the following statement and says, "We remain committed to ensuring a respectful workplace for all employees and take very seriously any questions about workplace culture. We are working with Miss Union through her representatives to hear more about her concerns, following which we will take whatever next steps may be appropriate." So basically that just means we pretending to give a fuck about this until y'all niggas forget.
Right.
And with, the way things go, you'll start talking about something else that pissed you off in about 48 hours. So we're waiting for this to blow over, suck our white dicks. SAG-AFTRA actually released a statement itself because they are allegedly doing an investigation. They say, "We take issues of workplace health and safety very seriously." Sidebar, there was a whole bunch of white celebrity women who came forward and say, "We stand with Gabrielle. You shan't treat women in Hollywood this way." That's right.
They told her, what was her name? That one from Grey's. Yes. She was like, "White girls, it's time to mount the fuck up."
Meredith Grey is not with the
She went on Red Table Talk and said, "We are trash and we need to do the fuck better."
She drags whites by the
As
name.
She should. She said black women are always sticking up for us and
Mama don't
riding
give
for
a
us, and we need to do the same shit. And that's when white women were like, "Oh no, we stand with at Gab Union."
Meredith Grey's right. Ladies, grab your fucking Lululemon outfits.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Whatever a white girl formation is, that's what happened. Whatever that might be, I don't know. But yes.
They said, "We take issues of workplace health and safety very seriously. We immediately reached out to Miss Union's representatives when these reports came to light. It is our practice to work closely with members who reach out to us and their representatives in instances like this, as that usually affords the best protection and best resolution for the affected member. For certain matters, our investigation and enforcement needs to happen independently, and we are prepared to handle this issue accordingly. Our enforcement action is usually handled confidentially to protect the member involved. And we typically do not publicize these matters unless the member requests that we do so. While we have taken steps to investigate this matter, we have nothing to report now. So honestly, from here, I expect, like I said, folks to just wait for this to blow over and continue not giving a fuck. Not only did a Black woman say that there is a toxic environment in this production, a white woman did too. Well, actually, Julian Huff came out afterwards and said, I love NBC and we're doing holiday specials and we're also going to be doing dancing with Huff. And
Are you, girl?
And in the Huff, as well as Huff off the presses. So I'm having a great time. So I don't really know what stance Julianne took or not, but they definitely let her ass go as well. And I know that they also critiqued her look. But Gabrielle Union was the one who was talked about, specifically her hair being too black, and also criticized for stepping forward. Now, this is my issue, right? First of all, obviously, everybody at this point knows that Kavia James is my favorite person.
That's right.
And so no one's going to disrespect her mama. Aside from that, Gabrielle Union is royalty, as far as I'm concerned. But past that as well.
Okay.
How the fuck do you penalize someone for not only asking you to follow the law,
come on,
but trying to help you out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to help your asses out. Because guess what? If Korean dog meat or whatever, if that joke that he would have made it to air, you know who we would have fried? Jay Leno and NBC.
Right.
If that racist act, which they apparently cut from whatever episode he was supposed to be on.
See.
After Gabrielle told him, just don't send him out there to do that shit. Oh, no, we can just edit it later. Which to me just reads, if you don't shut your black ass up and be happy that we gave your nigger ass a job.
We could just
and
not
we'll
do
just
this
do
at
it,
all,
whatever.
though, you know?
Right.
Yes, we could. Ugh.
You cut the shit out anyway. Mama was trying to help y'all out, as well as requesting that you follow laws and guidelines that are put in place so that everybody can have a fair, equal, safe, comfortable work environment. And y'all wanted to be the white dicks that are like, no, you women, and especially you black bitch back there, damn sure ain't gonna tell us what the fuck to do. Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
They are.
Let me tell you something.
They're kidding you.
NBC, Parks and Rec is done. Community is done. The Office been done. Good Place about to be done.
I was about to say, they got me with the Good Place.
So you already let me know what time it is. I don't got to be, I'm good.
Yeah.
So if you just don't want me to watch NBC, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know and being so fake about it.
Right.
But I'm just gonna move ahead and let you bitches know that there ain't gonna be another day. Let me tell you something. I'm DMing Kavia, and as soon as I get approval, we jumping you bitches. Period.
Yeah, y'all tried it. I'm looking through their lineup now, and I don't see anything that I currently watch other than Good Place. So,
not to mention that I don't remember what season this is of this show, 7. It's been out for a while, but
when you girls piss us off like this,
your ratings plummeted. And all of a sudden, you have this great performing season with these new judges. Gabrielle Union got motherfuckers watching this shit every week, engaging with them on social, which we know that y'all want people to do so damn bad. And all of this stuff, all of the girls are happy. And she's just saying, hey, let's not be racist dickheads, especially when my black ass is up in here. And now she just all of a sudden doesn't work there. And you're motherfucker talking about we rotate judges out all of the time.
Yeah, but we know why y'all did this to Gabrielle.
Because she had the black ass nerve to say y'all can do better.
Right.
And you are not going to accept for any Negro ever to tell y'all what you should be doing, even if it's what's legally correct to do.
Right.
Fuck y'all. Fuck America's Got Talent. I was tired of motherfucking Simon Cowell and his goddamn lima bean face ass anyway, so he can beat it too. Howie Mandel, bitch, you ain't never been funny. And I heard the streets have it out for Terry Crews as well. Not sure what he did. I think they mad at him for not jumping to Gabrielle Union's defense or some shit like that. Or not. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas were out here trying to side with you for what did he say?
So, niggas was very heavily on his side because that white man grabbed his dick and all that. But, oh God, what was it?
Don't tell me he said something stupid.
Oh, he did. He said something I think it was about gay relationships too. Something about
I thought it was in relation to this.
Oh, no, not about this. He said something stupid, completely unrelated. Like,
that's fine.
Like a child would be missing out on one parent or the other if it was raised in a same-sex relationship.
That's fine. We like Rochelle better on Everybody Hates Chris anyway.
I was like, Terry, please, let us just support you. Like, why do men always have to say something crazy? But
cool, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, and the fact that Gabrielle was like, we don't have proper individual dressing rooms back here. It's basically curtains separating everybody. So the fact that Simon Cowell smokes in this building where smoking is not allowed means that I can smell it. It's over here where my baby is, and therefore he needs to stop.
And guaranteed, nobody is going to tell that man shit. You absolutely are not supposed to be smoking in here. Again, legally.
And that's state law. That's not NBC policy.
But because you're a rich white man, you can do whatever the fuck you want, even if it is to endanger the health of other people and their damn kids.
Right.
And if you have the nerve to say something about it, you are risking your own fucking job. Fuck y'all. Simon Cowell ain't got shit for me.
Nope.
Bitch. None of y'all other motherfuckers on that show got shit for me. I'm super good. I couldn't tell the difference between that show and X Factor any goddamn way. Because I don't watch and one of them. So y'all bitches can keep it absolutely now. I, too, stand with Gabrielle Union.
That's right. 100%.
Let me tell you something. As soon as Kavya and Zion give me the go-ahead, I'm jumping y'all.
Child, I wish Fuse would tell me that I couldn't change my hair every week. I'm sorry, do you know who the fuck you hired? Do you know who the fuck you asked to be on this show? Girl, I wish y'all fucking would. Why the fuck can't
I change my hair every week? First of all, black women aren't the only women in TV that change their hair, their hairstyles.
It's too black though. What, she got braids? What, she got a big hot ponytail? You don't like that shit? If it was just a different version of straight boring hair, that would be fine?
It's black nerve.
It is. Yes, it's black audacity.
It's black audacity and nerve, which is really
which is the opposite of caucasity.
It's blaudacity that really just rages y'all and sends you out of the nerve, because a lot of y'all are really just completely, like, you cannot fathom how black people can walk around here and really have the nerve to love themselves, to respect themselves, to actually think their hair looks nice, to, give a fuck about the way that they're represented, to give a fuck about the way that people were treated. That nigga didn't say nothing about blacks and fried chicken. He made an Asian joke that is offensive and shouldn't be fucking said. And mama stepped up to the plane and was like, hello, so this isn't okay.
She's in trouble for sticking up for everybody else against rich, famous, powerful white men. That's why she got kicked off this show.
I know they had to hold my girl.
Simon didn't want to work with her no more, and that was that.
Kavya was like, get out my way. I'm going down there, period. I don't want to hear nothing else. We jumping them.
Kavya said, first of all, my mama got 2 jobs. My mama don't even need this little job. Let me tell y'all right now. She could go home and never work again and be fine. So the fact that she even came over here to help y'all with y'all little show, you should have been grateful.
Peasanted bitches.
Son of a bitch.
We're actually fortunate to even be in her goddamn presence.
The fact that I even stepped toe in this raggedy ass building, y'all should be giving thanks.
Let me tell you something.
Mess.
America's Got Talent can suck. America ain't got shit for me.
When I tell you every celebrity I follow was like, go Gabby, we stand with Gabby. Like, just, it's like almost universal. It's just crazy. So NBC, if y'all know what's good for you, you will fix this with her behind the scenes and not let it get any worse than what it already is.
Oh, he retweeted her, Terry Crews, and said, you're the best, Gabrielle. You'll be missed. Terry Crews is a stand-up guy. She said, literally one of the nicest people in our industry. He's honest, kind, and a true professional.
That's why I couldn't understand why he said that stupid shit about kids. I was like, what are you doing right now, Terry? It's been a few things that he said where I was just like, all right, I can't with Terry Crews anymore. But I continue to hear, this is the nicest man. He's the greatest person. So I'm like, I guess, man, whatever.
Whatever, girl. Don't know him.
It don't matter.
But yeah, NBC and America's Got Talent, especially for a show I don't even fucking give a fuck about. Like, you have the nerve to have this gorgeous black woman that people actually also connect with, according to statistics. I ain't pull that shit out of my ass. I read that right here on your white ass website from your white ass company that runs them white ass numbers. They said the girls live for her. on your failing television program.
Therefore.
So, yeah, pick the bullet out of your goddamn foot and do your best. Fuck y'all. I'm not watching it, and I'm going to do the best that I can to make sure other motherfuckers don't watch it too.
Kavya is that one who sent the email to that grape juice and was like, let me just let y'all know right now what the fuck's going on down at the NBC.
Because mom and daddy won't let me go down there and set the shit on fire. So apparently.
So, here we go, y'all exclusive.
Mom, and Gabrielle didn't do nothing but lay up in a picture of her husband, like.
Right. Like, thanks y'all so much.
Woo,
appreciate the love and support. Love you guys. Man.
It's just ridiculous.
It is.
But you can't even try to do the right thing anymore or just be a decent person without being.
You hire black people and don't want them to be black. I don't get it. Fuck out of here.
Because they don't want us to be black. They want us to be present so that they can say they hire black people.
Right.
They even said something I read like, you know, we've had a long history of inclusivity and diversity when it comes to the talent of our cast and the acts that champion the stage or something like that. And I'm like, girl, just because you have a diverse list of contestants or judges don't mean shit. If your foundation, like if the people who are putting this shit together every day, every week, every year are toxic, who don't give a fuck, they all the same color,
racist.
That's a problem. Like, it doesn't matter how many black people you parade in front of our face and say, look, we hire black people too, so don't come at us with that racist shit. If y'all bitches are still racist, you still gonna have to deal with racism. You still gonna have to deal with the consequences of racism, such as this. You thought that you could just get rid of this black bitch and nobody would give a fuck because she's just some black girl that was on Bring It On. So who even gives a fuck?
That's where you was wrong at.
Good luck. Have at it. Because now you out here got white people typing super fast to come up with statements to act like you give a fuck, even though we know damn well you don't. Suck all of the dirty buttholes, as Keisha said today. And gone somewhere, wherever. Not sure where, but gone.
What percentage of your execs are white versus black versus of color? I would love to know that, why y'all care so much about diversity and inclusion.
Stupid.
How many black people y'all got making actual decisions over there at NBC? Let me know.
Last but not least, this one should be quicker. I want to talk about a video game called Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 11 is the latest entry in the franchise. One of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat has always been Sindel. Sindel is the queen of Edenia. Overall bad bitch. She kills people with her hair. She also can kill people with a very powerful scream. She is the character Katana's mother and the wife / slave witch of Shao Kahn.
Shit.
Whatever.
Okay.
So, classic character, badass, always one of my favorite characters.
I don't remember her.
She literally throws niggas around with her hair. Like, you're not gonna not. Of course I love her.
Okay.
So Mortal Kombat, in terms of its story and like gameplay and things like that over the years, has been odd. And I actually also read NetherRealm, the same company that makes Mortal Kombat, for how they did Injustice 2 and actually all of the characters of color in that game. And I don't remember what episode it was. You can go and find it. But essentially, I felt like they played all of the black characters, Asian characters, and stuff like that to the side unnecessarily. But as far as Mortal Kombat goes, I just feel like, okay, Sindel wasn't in the last game at all. I think the last main game that she was in was Mortal Kombat 9, which had a terrible story. A lot of people were mad at Sindel because she killed like damn near everybody in the motherfucking game in one scene, which is why right now, if you play Mortal Kombat 11, half of the roster are zombies because Sindel killed them. And yet in this game, which is essentially a reboot of the whole franchise because you motherfuckers ran out of ideas, this game has a story where a woman who's like the goddess of time comes back to start time over and fix all of this stuff that Raiden did. Yet Sindel is not a main character in the game when she was such a pivotal character from the whole story anyway. But that's not what pisses me off about it. You made her DLC, fine. I get to pay as the character anyway, fine. When you play in Mortal Kombat and a lot of other like fighting games, a lot of times they have what's called like a tower or a list of other fighters that you have to beat. And once you finish that tower, some games will give you a cutscene at the end that sort of shows like where that character is going from here. You know what I'm saying? What happens, what their ending is. Sindel's ending, mind you, she came out 2 days after my birthday. So when I came home is when I got to play this game. Beat her thing, saw her cut story. Now, let me say this. Her origin is kind of like, yes, she was this queen. She had like a husband, her daughters, Katana. Everybody knows who Katana is that plays the game and shit like that. Shao Kahn was a creature that came into Edenia and basically they use some sort of magic to kind of corrupt her mind and make her evil and make her basically like his powerful sex slave / muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So she becomes in love with him and she becomes this evil witch, tyrant person, whatever. But one of the endearing things about her character is that she used to be good and was said to have loved her kingdom and her people and all this stuff. And it was this man that came in basically and made her a villain, a sexy, badass villain, but a villain nonetheless. So I always, as a fan, thought maybe one day they'll make her good again and we'll get to see what a good Sindel looks like, and she'll take revenge on the niggas that wronged her and fight alongside her homegirl Jade and her daughter and even Melina and kick people's asses and stuff like that. Beat the story in Mortal Kombat 11 last week. The ending for Sindel was everyone thought that I was this nice queen and that they took my husband from me. But actually, when Shao Kahn came to me and told me what kind of a powerful bad bitch I would be, I said, go ahead and kill this nigga and go ahead and put your weird spell on me because I just want to be all powerful and fuck shit up. So I don't give a fuck about that shit. And at the end of the day, I'm ruling all of this shit now. I don't give a fuck that I killed my daughter and all of my friends.
Oh, wow.
I'm a bad bitch and you hoes are going to bow down. What? Like, what? Are you kidding me? So you just said, fuck the one slice of death that this sickening character had? For what? I really feel like a lot of you motherfuckers that make games just sit around and beat your dicks and eat pizza and don't give a fuck. Like, what the bleeding hell was that?
Right.
What was that? So I really played that game. When I finished that shit, I was like, you motherfuckers made me wait all year. Not to mention the way that you treated this game itself was shit. And I'm not even going to get into microtransactions and how they have destroyed the gaming industry. But you finally give me this character that I've been waiting forever to play as again. And then you just say, do you know what I'm going to do with the story of this character that you love so much? I'm going to take my trousers down to my ankles and I'm going to defecate all over it because fuck you and her. So you know what I say to NetherRealm? Blow my balls. We'll never be back.
Yikes. Okay.
That's it. It's finally done.
All right. Sorry that they did that to your video game. That is sad.
The one interesting thing about the bitch was that she wasn't always a bad guy. And then you just, fuck that too, because we don't feel like thinking about anything. God damn, can somebody have like an idea? Is there anybody out there with a concept? Oh yeah, there are plenty of them, but you never let them in any of the goddamn doors. They got to build houses and climb through windows on their motherfucking self. All the originality out there to waste because you bitches just want to reboot every motherfucking thing. You lazy bastards. Ed Boon, you too, I'm mad at you. I don't even know how much you had to do with the decision, but I'm mad at you too.
Okay.
Now I'm finished.
All right. Well, I just have two quick things. First of all, McDonald's is coming out with another chicken sandwich to compete with Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Girl, keep it. Whatever the McPlastic fuck y'all is trying to put out here, we do not want it.
Let me tell you where I wasn't gonna go for a chicken sandwich.
Period. Y'all already have the McChicken, which is like $1, and then you have the other chicken sandwiches that are like allegedly nicer. We don't need whatever. I don't know what it's called because I do not eat McDonald's no more. But the point being,
chicken selects are not bad.
We have so many options for chicken that I know for sure is chicken that McDonald's needs to just stay out the conversation entirely. Thanks. Now, number 2. We're coming right back to the Union Way household. On Thanksgiving, Gabrielle posted a photo on Instagram where she said happy Thanksgiving. She thanked the millions of us who have been supporting her online and all this. It's a gorgeous picture of her, Zion, her husband, and the queen herself, Kavya. They look adorable. Yeah. Zion is wearing what might be a crop top long sleeve shirt. Not entirely sure. I mean, because it's the sort of thing where one arm is up, so it might just like come to the waistband of his pants, or it might be a crop. Doesn't really matter. He also is wearing rings on his fingers, and his nails look like mine. So, and some sickening boots. So ever since
that's fashionable.
Right. Ever since they posted about, them celebrating at Pride or whatever as a family, niggas have been mad because Dwayne and Gabby don't hate their child who may be queer. Niggas have been very mad about that.
And that's literally it. It's cut and dry what it is.
Because after this photo was posted, dumbass niggas were like, wow, so Wade just really gonna let this baby have nails, and wow, they really gonna let him wear rings. And
call yours. Go see yours.
There it is.
Go see yours.
Either one, actually. Just go see it. Please. Go see your daddy. Go see your child. Go find somebody. Because what is going on here? So, yes, nigga, although, of course, I truly believe most people were, supportive and happy because we don't want children to be traumatized in the way we were. There are still dumbass niggas out here who take glee in being ugly towards kids, and that's what they did.
Usually the most miserable bitches ever.
Absolutely, 100%. In fact, at this point in my life, when I see shit like that, I'm like, damn, who told you that you weren't worthy of love regardless of who you were? Who taught you that?
We spoke about that.
Yeah, because that's the only reason you are mad, because these people aren't shunning their child or making him fit some image that y'all find acceptable. Who the fuck are y'all? And in that same vein,
so many of y'all can't fathom having parents or a guardian or whatever who is just accepting of you in the way that you are.
right?
And so
Because you weren't accepted for the way you were, right? So
and
you feel
this
like
to you is like some cosmic alien
right.
shit.
I wasn't even allowed to be a nigga who liked, I don't even know, whatever you weren't allowed to like, Pokemon. And yet here y'all go letting him, get his
And look
nails
at you
done or
now.
whatever. Right. 2 days later, Dwayne Wayne tweeted, "I've seen some post-Thanksgiving hate on social about my family photo.
I hate that he even had to do this.
Stupidity is a part of the world we live in, so I get it. But here's the thing. I've been chosen to lead my family, not y'all. So we will continue to be us and support each other with pride, love, and a smile.
Look at that common sense.
Brown hand deuces."
Look at that basic human common sense.
It is wild to me that you niggas are so fucked up that you would rather a child be bullied within his own home.
Right.
Y'all would rather, from the people who should love and support him the most, y'all would rather he be miserable at their hands than be loved and supported. Here's the thing. Gabby and Dwayne already know that y'all are gonna be terrible to that boy. They already know that. Y'all are gonna be hateful because he's different from his siblings or everybody or anybody else. You feel like it's something wrong with that. So they already know he's going to get all kind of shit from the outside world. And then being famous on top of that, it's going to be even worse.
Right.
So they already know that. That is why it is so important that they do make sure he knows from a young age that no matter what it is, you are loved, supported, accepted, cherished, valued in this home. All them dumbass niggas on the internet. Like, what I bet Zion Wade knows right now better than most grown people is that the internet is full of dumbasses.
I see that shit in Zion's
Got to know it.
I see that shit in Zion's stance, facial
know it.
expressions. Remember
Are
when
you mad because I'm literally leaning on my daddy with my nails? I'm leaning on him.
they have acknowledged my nails and love me anyway.
They went
and
to
you
Pride
can't
with me.
take it. That my parents love
Y'all
me?
are really mad that they love him anyway and aren't making him dress differently or be different for y'all's sake.
It's
Again,
actually-
who are y'all?
It's actually really sad.
It is.
And yet I'm not sad for
It
you.
is so sad.
Like, it's sad in general, but I don't
Niggas.
even have the space to pity you
This
or
is coming.
sympathize.
This kind of dumb shit is coming from the same niggas who think black women are being trafficked so that their uteruses can be harvested and given to trans women. Like these are the same niggas who
What?
spread that kind of dumbass conspiracy theory. Yes, it is spreading rapidly on Facebook that black women are going missing so that trans women can have our reproductive organs. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. But
what the fucking M. Night Shyamalan bullshit ass Black Mirror fuckery
I'm just saying.
dumbass.
the Venn diagram between niggas who believe that and niggas who are mad at Dwayne for loving his baby is a circle. That's all I have to say about that. You niggas need professional help. Y'all have really got to learn how to break through whatever the fuck happened to you and learn to love again. Because you are mad. I just need you to understand the truth of this statement. You are mad that they are not rejecting their child. You are mad that he knows that though his parents will always be a safe place for him. Sweetie, you should be able to know what that's like too. I'm sorry that you don't.
It's
I'm sorry that I
unfortunate.
don't. I'm sorry that we didn't receive that kind of love and support when we were kids.
Right.
But how are you mad that somebody else is? I just don't get it. I'll never understand why you niggas are dedicated to being hateful. It just makes 0%
Ain't your child,
sense.
and you still gonna raise your little homophobe anyway.
Right.
So, like, I don't
You
even
still
know.
gonna, or barely raise your little homophobe.
Right.
You still gonna do that. So why don't you mind your business while this man is over here actually taking care of his kids?
Well, barely raising them might even make him a homophobe. But
I love that he said, I was chosen to lead my family. These are my kids. I am the leader of this family. You are somebody with an account on Twitter.com.
kind way of saying fuck y'all.
And fuck your dumbass opinions.
Mind your damn business.
Over here, our children are loved regardless of who they are. You can do whatever dumb, hateful shit you want to in your house, but over here, our kids know that mama and daddy are always a safe place.
Zion could buy and sell you.
Easily. I mean, and why would he even? Why would he take a loss on y'all's worthless asses? Please grow the fuck up. Get over your hateful ass self.
As soon as I saw that picture too,
And tuck
I was
the
just
shit
like,
in.
moving
I mean,
on.
I didn't even notice it. I'm like, so y'all sat here and zoomed in on this baby's nails and a crop top or whatever. I saw the picture, double tapped it, said, look at Kavya actually not
literally
growling
did
at the
the same
camera.
thing.
And then I moved on. I don't
didn't
know what's
see
wrong
the
with y'all.
nails. I didn't see the nails until
Yes, not
I
until the backlash.
went looking for topics for today, which I did yesterday or Saturday. And that's when I saw this headline of Dwayne responding to the thing. And I went back to the picture and I was like, oh, those are cute.
I'm like, I liked that picture 2 days ago and was not seeing
notice.
none of the shit. So that lets me know y'all are so worried about this that you actually zoom in on the little boy and you make sure to take notes on the things that he's wearing or the way that he's standing and how it's offensive to you. But he's just living his life.
I mean, I don't think you...
in his Brunch boots.
Yeah, you definitely had to have like an eye for it. You can see him without zooming in, but either way, like...
I mean, yeah, you can see his nails, but it's like you were so worried about this little boy that that's what you chose to focus on.
Exactly.
I saw 4 niggas who are probably getting ready to go eat. 2 kids.
They did look like they was
2
going
kids
to
who
dinner.
look just like they daddy. And then Gabrielle being fine as hell in this neon
don't
outfit
they?
and them shoes. Like they are just
Oh my God, they look like Dwayne.
in a gorgeous house on a beautiful staircase. Like
They look just like
they
Dwayne.
do. Oh Lord, they do.
Especially look Javier.
But they
She
are
got
just
his face bad.
It's in one of these pictures, Gabby has her cheek on Zion's shoulder and he looks happy to be with them. You can't find a picture of me with my parents and looking happy at that age.
I'm just taking solace in the fact that this allegedly, possibly queer child or whatever is being loved and accepted, not even just in the home, but openly. It's not just I accept you and I love you, but nigga, I'm going to Pride with you and I'm going to post you just like I post all these other kids, and anybody who don't like it can go and fuck themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that. I wish more of us had that as kids because
can't even imagine.
It's just so important. It's so important to feel like, because people are going to be an asshole to you on the internet, and people are going to be an asshole to him when he's not around his parents, when he goes out in the street or whatever. And so, to at least know that you can be in your home with your family, regardless of how old you are. Zion could be 10, 12, 25, whatever, however he or she or they identifies. Zion going back home to mama and daddy, and they're holding him the fuck down. They're holding it the fuck down. Period.
No matter what y'all have to say with y'all dumbasses.
It's just, I can only fathom what it would be like to exist in a world where you don't have to be afraid outside and inside the house. Like, at least if you have the sanctuary of home.
I really can't fathom this.
I really can't even imagine what it is. And I feel like I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, but I got issues. I have got issues.
That I wouldn't have if I had had that kind of experience at home.
But I'm still good. I love my family. My family loves me and stuff like that. That's difficult, you know what I mean, for everybody and whatnot. And prayerfully, there'll be a day where everybody's sort of on the same page and cool and stuff like that. Because honestly, I feel like, you know, we don't talk about it, but I feel like my parents are warmer to my, you know, orientation or whatever, my sexuality, than they used to be. And so that alone, just the love in itself is perfect. That's all I need. I don't need you to give a fuck about what I'm doing with my, you know, love life or lack thereof.
The real test will be if I ever actually take a woman home.
But see, I don't want to do that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you ever made it so that it was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I think about it. You know what I mean? Because even if my parents were like on some Gabrielle Doyen shit, and it's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
bring them
because
over.
I've never
or whatever.
done that. I've never brought a woman to my family and been like, this is my girlfriend.
Even if they were super accepting, they gonna tell all my business. They gonna talk about something I did when I was 8. That's embarrassing.
I mean, but that's best case scenario. Best case scenario, they embarrass me like they do everybody else.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just I don't want to bring a nigga home because gay. Like, I'm already just like, oh, my parents are gonna embarrass the fuck out of me. But I'm just saying, like, I'm serious. Everybody knows what that feels like when you date somebody who's like, God, I hope my parents don't embarrass me in front of this woman or man or whatever.
Like, they're gonna do it.
But past that, like, I still feel blessed to be in a position with where I'm, you know, taking care of myself. My bills are paid. I'm happy for the most part with my family and stuff like that. And I didn't have that experience of growing up and feeling fully accepted. So I can only imagine what this kid, like, what the future of this kid looks like. Yeah. And y'all are really fucking upset that his family... I mean,
it's wild.
Hug somebody, please. Anybody, hug someone. Get that out.
Yeah,
put a couple of bucks on the altar, whatever it needs to. Like, something has to give, honey, because y'all need help.
We should all want to raise children who don't have to heal from their childhoods, but some of y'all are really not interested in that, and that's a big problem.
Oh, that can be
But as far as Dwayne and his children are concerned, you niggas can shut the fuck up. I think he's made it clear.
I don't even understand why you don't get that. Like, everything that Dwayne said in that tweet was just logical for my brain. I don't feel like I'm so smart, but it felt like it made sense.
Yeah, I'm actually going to stop calling him Dwayne. That's how much I respect Dwayne Wayne.
Me
I'm done calling you Dwayne.
Me too, damn it.
Yes, God damn it. I'm going to give this man
the days of shade are over.
That's right.
I'm still gonna call
we
him
speak your name. No, I'm not gonna. But yes.
I'll slow down on it.
You niggas need to shut up about that little boy. And that's that on that.
Leave them niggas alone.
Amen.
And raise your own damn kids. Please.
They over there really begging you to be a part of their life.
I ain't had a FaceTime with your ass since sorry for 2004, bitch. And you want to hear worried about somebody else goddamn kids with your raggedy non-fingernail cutting asses. You stupid ass bitches. But then if you talking about motherfuckers are saying women are getting trafficked because of the the trans uterus.
I have seen like 3 different Facebook post screenshots where people are like, ladies, be careful, they out here taking y'all. So that I'm like, yo, are y'all out your fucking minds?
Every now and then I see stuff like that on the internet and I'm reminded about how like insane and stupid people are. Yeah. But then what blows me past it is if you look at comments and be like, I'm so glad somebody else said it. And they're gonna be mad at you for speaking the truth, bro. But I'm like, wow, so it's like a dumb conglomerate.
Yeah. They tag 20 of their cousins and then all the replies, oh my God, bitch, I cannot believe this. Oh my God, thank you for sharing
somebody
this.
Said it.
Oh, I was so worried. See, I knew that it was the whole gay agenda.
You need to watch out, bro, because they gonna take you out like they did Dr. Koofy or whatever the man is.
Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
Dr. Koofy. On that fucking note, that wraps up this week's episode of The Fucking Read. Social media at This Is The Read. Website is thisistheread.com.
It is 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here. The Read on Fuse, Friday nights at 11 p.m. What else? What else do we have to say?
Yeah, episode 8, wrapping up the season soon here. We got like 3 weeks left. And I
think that's it, man. I have got to go to bed.
Oh, yeah. I know that we're doing our toy drive soon.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably going to go up on the Read page soon. So look out for that. So I'll give you more information.
Look out for Alex posting that flyer on Instagram.
And go see Queen and Slim if you haven't seen it already.
I really enjoyed it.
Because I'm ready to talk spoiler. I mean, we already sort of did. But
yeah, we definitely did. If you heard our interview with Lena and Melina that came out Friday, Gabby just posted some new pictures of Kavya.
Oh, I always love pictures of Kavya. Did you see the one of her in the ball pit?
Yes. She on the phone rolling her eyes.
Oh, I see this one.
Oh my God. Look
this
at
girl
her.
Been here before. She truly has full conversation. Mama is 2 seconds away from being like, girl, I'm I'm on the phone.
Oh, and
You see me on the
congratulations to
phone.
Jay Ellis. He had a baby a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you did? Your
old
old classmate.
You're right. I mean, yes, but congrats. Okay, let me get off Instagram. That's it for us.
Yeah, that's it for us. Check out the show this Friday, and we'll be back next week with more. Happy holidays and the like.
All right, bye, y'all.